Hello. Hello. Hello to mongrels and is it sopranos?
Sopranos. Good evening.
Good afternoon.
I don't even know what time it is.
Good day, my lord. Pillow, welcome. Try, Argent, Riachello, welcome, everyone to hey, I'm walking here. But hello, the mongrels and Sopranos. Wait, should we introduce ourselves? I mean, people, Don, they know you. You're in my chats, like you're one of,
Yeah. Well, if you guys don't know who I am, my name is Don. Don Katz Don, your favorite man, big mafioso, the capo of content, and the unfortunate guy who has to graduate at the end of the month. But before then, we're gonna have a lot of fun. We're gonna have a good time, and I'll still be around if I'm just in a different name.
Yeah. And make sure you subscribe to his channel. I posted his YouTube link in the channel here. It's pinned in the live chat. So if you would, Demongos, if you would kindly do that. Don has been a big help, and he's also sort of a Demongrel himself. But yes. I guess I should introduce myself to your audience. Greetings. I am Demonstrous, Dark Lord of Gorslab, Adept of the Autism Mystic Arts, Scion of the lineages of Caliban and Grundal. Wait, no, it's supposed to be Scions and never mind. And independent English VTuber. Yes. Gary, welcome. And Cooper, welcome. Why do you have an orc alongside me with today? I guess you would be a Japanese orc, pigman.
Yes,
I guess you would.
Well, correct.
I guess you would be.
I am. You know, what was funny was I have thought up several different things, and I had a whole spiel for you when I was half awake last night.
Yeah.
And I was like, I should write that down. And now I'm like, I can't remember it. I can't remember it all.
This is why I write down. This is why you autistically write down any thoughts that you have on notes.
This is the reason why I was. It was something funny too. It was the demonstrably down bad, dizzy lover of Gorslab.
Now, hey now. Well, I mean that's accurate, but hey now. You're an all-star.
But it was a little more illiterate.
A little more illiterate.
It was a little more illiterate. I was like, oh, that was really good. I'm like, I'll remember that later. Not even a little bit. No.
You don't even remember it.
No.
Well, now you.
No, I remember like the first 3 parts, and it was during an 11-hour stream too. So
11 hour. I think the longest I've done thus far is just a little over 5.
See, on Mondays I do manly Monday streams, which is we stream till I can't think no more, which is usually about 6-7 hours. But
usually that happens around 3 or 4 for me. Usually, my gray matter turns into mist at that point, and risks leaving my body and then coming back with little more. But yes, today we are, as part of our collab between me and the Don Katsudon. I have not baconated him yet, but one day, perhaps. We are doing a cryptid tier list. Now, I wanted to actually make this a 3-way collab with Tempest Witch, and she also did a cryptid tier list. But she is unavailable because it is her birthday today. So a friend of the channel, Tempest. Why am I forgetting her name? But Demongrels, go wish her a happy birthday. You know what? Hold on. I'm gonna find her and I'm gonna put her in the chat, or put her in the blah 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 blah. Put her in her Twitter in the chat. Yeah, so you can all wish her a happy birthday.
Hello, Tail. How you doing today?
It is Tail. Wait, is Tail on both? Is Tail on both?
Tail's
Sorry.
in mine for Tail's in mine. I don't know about yours.
Oh, Oh, okay. I see how it is. But yes, Tempest Torment, aka Tempest the Witch. Here is her Twitter. So if you would like to go ahead and support her, please do, and wish her a happy birthday. Wish her a very, very happy birthday. And Tempest,
if you... I'm being told my audio is wrong.
Uh-oh.
Un momento.
Okay. Demongos, can you hear me and Dawn well? And or does our audio balance sound good? Does it sound good?
Let's see here. I see the problem. Okay.
Oh, hello, Sean. Welcome. All right. But hopefully we sound good. But yes, we are doing a cryptid tier list today. Some of you who've seen my other Zatsus, when I talked about doing like a cryptid tier list, we went over this. We didn't. Don is a bit quiet. I'll turn him up just a smidgen more. But in one of my previous Zatsus, we sort of looked over this this list of cryptids, right? We looked over this list, and well, we're going through that list today, and I don't think we're going to get through it because there is a ton of cryptids. I don't know how many there are in this list. Yeah, it's a big list, but we sort of went over it when I was looking for another cryptid tier list in my Zatsu, and it has, apparently there's 304 images, so there's 304 cryptids here. Some of them I am very not familiar with, which despite me knowing quite a few cryptids, some that people haven't even heard of, like the Snallygaster, there are even ones that I am unfamiliar with. Look, there's a Snallygaster right here. Snallygaster is right here.
You don't know about the airborne frogman?
I know about the frogman. I know about the frogman, but I don't know about the airborne one. I know about the Loveland frogman. I know about that guy, but not the airborne one. Do yokai count as cryptids? I think that depends.
Yes.
Yes, you would say yes.
Yes.
Maybe yes.
A lot of there's a lot of cross pollination there, but yes.
That makes sense. So, shall we begin? Are you ready to begin, Dawn? Are you ready?
I am. I believe I'm ready. Tail, are we good on volume? Can you hear him? All right, we're good.
Oh yeah, Den is sort of also about cryptids too. So you know what? Something we didn't discuss is how are we gonna rank these cryptids? Like, what is our ranking?
Let's go with vibes, general lore, and I guess design or artwork.
Okay. Well, first we have the ever classic Sasquatch, Bigfoot himself.
Yeah. I threw him all the way to the bottom because I didn't want to deal with him.
Really? You threw him? You threw him in D? You threw him in D for Bigfoot?
Listen, Bigfoot has been ruined by a TV show and a movie.
A movie?
Harry and the Hendersons.
Oh, Harry and the Hendersons. That's right. But which TV show? Like, I think there's a lot of.
There's a Harry and the Hendersons TV show spin-off series.
I know about Harry and the Hendersons. I don't think I've ever watched it. I just know about the picture and the memes. So I've never seen it. Most of it I know is from those Sasquatch catcher shows, which apparently I've watched Bob Gilman, and he's like, no, people like he hates them as well because they over sensationalize everything, and don't actually treat it with a lot of like respect, or they do it as least respectful as possible. It's sensationalized, which you could say that's are you okay? The Don has a cough.
I'm good.
Okay. All right.
I'm good.
Where's the
water?
Oh no. Oh no.
Hey,
Fizzy?
No, Zine. Hey, Zine. How you doing, Zine? Sorry, I can't talk.
Oh no.
But we're good. We're good. Okay.
We're good.
Yeah, just gotta force the air out. Oh, wow.
Oh no. Well, I'm glad.
Okay, we're good.
Okay.
But yeah, my feelings on Bigfoot is it has been so sensationalized, so unrespected, disrespected, if you will. That it's just not. Everyone knows a Bigfoot, but everyone, it's not. I think the last big Bigfoot fighting was 2023 in New York.
Wait, really?
And it was like, yeah, 2023 in New York, and it was a New York suburb, and I'm like, okay, you're not even trying anymore.
I mean, Bigfoot is sort of the vanilla of, vanilla ice cream. Not vanilla as in that other way you all degenerates think, but auxiliary, welcome. Bigfoot is likely an escaped mandrill with subdued colors. Everyone asks where Bigfoot is, but now not how Bigfoot is. Also, if we're gonna, the problem with adding Bigfoot is because there's a lot of ape men on this list. Like we've got the Yeti right after. We've got
the Howling Island.
Yeah, and we've got the
Monkey.
Yowie. We got the Yowie. There's a lot
Sea
here.
Squatch, Bat Squatch.
I mean, I like Bigfoot, but is this a smash or pass? No, this is a tier list on how neat we think they are, on how we think we need them. Yeah, Bigfoot, Bigfoots. I watch his vlogs all the time. I forgot about those AI Bigfoot vlogs. Oh, I forgot about those.
Those were good.
Those
were good, but again, just disrespectful.
Yeah, ape strong together, ape indeed strong together. Maybe one day I'll have an ape form. I don't know, but I'm gonna put. You're putting Bigfoot in D. I'm gonna put Bigfoot in. I'm gonna put Bigfoot in C.
Okay.
He's just a staple, and I have a soft spot for Bob Gilman videos, and I mean he's the American cryptid. He's got he's got lore going back all the way to, as far as I remember, to several different tribes in the Pacific Northwest and others before the Europeans ever set foot. As far as I remember, my knowledge might be outdated, of course, but D, are you a hairless Bigfoot? No, I'm not. I'm very much. I'm a monstrosity. We've been over this. Next, we got the Yeti.
He's a very hairy Bigfoot. Got it. Okay.
What? Okay, you're not one to talk about. You're not one to talk about hair, Pigman. Okay. Next we got the Yeti.
Let's just skip over the Yeti. It's the same slice as Bigfoot, but it's just
Himalayan.
Yeah, it's just Chinese big. It's Temu Bigfoot. Okay.
It's Temu Bigfoot. I don't know. I wonder which one is older. The Yeti, ice type Bigfoot. Actually, one of my favorite Pokemon is Obama Snow. So I'm gonna put
Alola Island Bigfoot.
Alola Island. Wait, isn't there? I thought there was a. I'm putting the Yeti in B just because I think the Yeti's kind of mystical, more mystical than Bigfoot. But yeah, again we're getting a lot of hominids. They're overrepresented here. Yeti has more evidence. Yeah. I mean, who knows? There's a lot of stuff goes on in the Himalayas, so it's not just Mount Everest, but a whole bunch of different stuff. So, all right, next we got, of course, the Loch Ness Monster.
Where did I put that? I threw that one somewhere. There it is, Loch Ness Monster. So Loch Ness Monster is a personal favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was probably the very first cryptid I'd ever read about as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was really cool, and because when you were a small boy who loves dinosaurs.
Yes. Even here among the peripheral worlds, among Dark Lordlings, I was a big fan of dinosaurs. So. Yes.
Yeah, so that one I'd probably throw in C just because I love the Loch Ness Monster. Personally though, it doesn't get enough play as it should.
I feel like Nessie's kind of died down, especially since I think they've fully mapped out Loch Ness.
I mean, they've. Did you know there's a series of underground tunnels in the state of New Jersey in the that lead all the way down to the islands in the Bahamas that then lead all the way down to Colombia?
Is Hollow Earth real? Is Hollow Earth real?
So when people tell me, well, we've mapped it, I go, yeah, but you also found a bunch of buried in tunnels. What does that mean?
Yeah, wait. Is there a whole bunch of like tunnels in Loch Ness?
There's a bunch of like destroyed tunnels that like fell in on themselves, and I'm like, when did they fall in? Was it before or after Nessie sightings went down?
Okay, but what is called like were these tunnels caused by natural like water?
Natural
or?
things. It's I believe they were originally natural lava plume tunnels, but I couldn't tell you.
Do they know where the tunnels lead? Like, do they lead to like Morocco or something?
No, not these at least. They don't. They haven't mapped the ones in Loch Ness because it's all rubble. They'd have to go through, and they don't want to. You start messing with a waterways structure, and it starts bringing the ground in.
Oh, okay. So even if Nessie isn't real, which I'm not saying one way or another, now because I've been given new evidence regarding sea tunnels. Who knows?
There's a possibility.
There's a possibility, but also, I mean, when was the last Nessie sighting? When was that?
I don't know. It was maybe the 90s. It's been a long time.
It's been a while. I mean, if
for a long time.
Who knows? What about Krakens and the real cryptids? Sean, I see you asking about a bunch of different cryptids. Don't worry, there's a whole bunch of cryptids we're going to go through. So you'll get the time. Well, hopefully there's 304, so hopefully we'll get as many as possible. But now you're gonna say Sharkman isn't real. I don't know about Sharkman, but I do know about what's it called? It's the one in the Bahamas that is one about blue hole, like with blue holes. They're called like the name that translates to shark octopus, and they seem to be tied to perhaps different people.
The sharktopus?
No, it's not called. I mean, it's called like a shark octopus or an octopus shark, but it's got a specific name. It's not sharktopus, but it has like a Bahamian lore name. So I'm gonna put Nessie in. Ooh, I mean, you made a good argument. I'm gonna put Nessie in B. Put Nessie in B. Nessie in B. Next, we have the Mothman. Mothman. I love Mothman. Mothman has such interesting lore.
He does have interesting lore. My only problem with Mothman is he's one of those cryptids who's a whore. He just goes all over the United States.
Wait,
much like Bigfoot.
Wait. How does that make a whore? Are we just labeling people? Usually, whores have a very specific naming convention. Okay, what are you saying that Mothman is a geographical whore? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, he just travels all around the United States, from the East Coast to the Midwest, and then back again.
Doesn't sound like a whore. He sounds like a just like, you know, maybe a tourist or something. You know, maybe he's just.
Yeah, I don't. My problem with Mothman is he's an absolute whore, and you know, like I told you before we started this, I do like panels on cryptids, and I talk about local lore cryptids all the time, and 20 different states will tell me, why don't you talk about Mothman? I'm like, because Mothman's a whore.
Well, I'm gonna put Mothman in S tier because, believe it or not, even though it's a poorly rated movie, I like the Mothman Prophecies movie. I like that Mothman is more mysterious about, like, is he causing these disasters, or is he a harbinger? Is he a guardian angel, or you know, maybe it's a lost monster?
Again, the Mothman lore is great. It's great to overall have. You have lots of discussions. I can't talk about the origins of the Mothman without getting you demonetized, so I'm not going to do that. But it involves a very gruesome incident with a woman, and then the Mothman suddenly appeared afterwards.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know, I was going to say that some of these cryptids might be from the peripheral worlds. They may be monsters that come from, you know, where I sort of reside. Maybe, possibly. And Mothman might be one of them. Mothman's cool. I would trust Mothman. You know, I trust Mothman to like, you know, if I saw a Mothman, I'd be like, oh no, something bad is going to happen. You know, I think Mothman's a bro. I think why he doesn't just tell people, it's probably because he is, you know, Mothman, he's scary, but I'm putting Mothman in S tier. I love Mothman. I love Mothman. I will rep for Mothman. Mothman.
Tail says the Oshi horror would like a Mothman.
Oh, you get Tail, you better get in this chat. So I can what will I do to you? No, I won't do anything to you yet, because I'm still working on schemes and plans of how I will one day have my vengeance on you, especially. You're revealing the family tree, boss? No, I'm not. Plus, I have an enormous family tree. It's more like a family forest. Anyways, we got the Flatlands monster next.
Do you know anything about the Flatlands monster?
I don't remember the entire story. I know the It's been a while since I've heard the legend of the Flatwoods monster, not Flatlands. Flatwoods monster. I know that the not Green and Time. Majora's Mask. There's a Majora's Mask quest that makes reference to them. I know people.
Yeah, I saw
it's one of those things where people say it's an owl. So.
Yeah, it's so the Flatwoods monster, or the Phantom of Flatwoods, is a West Virginia cryptid.
West Virginia.
It's from Braxton County, West Virginia.
Okay, you're jogging my memory.
If I remember correctly, it was two brothers and their friend saw a big bright object in the sky, and it landed on the property of a local farmer. When the four of them went back to their mom to talk about it, the group then went to the hill to go and see what was going on, and they just saw this pulsing red light and like a man-like figure with a red face surrounded by a pointy wooded hat of some kind, or wooded head of some kind.
Oh no, it's space gnomes. Not space gnomes. I
Pretty
hate
much.
space gnomes. I hate space gnomes. I'm putting
You
them in
don't-
D
you
for
don't
space
let me-
gnomes. I'm putting them in D's
Okay,
for
but how do you feel about space dwarves?
Space
I'm
dwarves
putting
are
in-
cool. Space gnomes cannot be trusted.
Space
Gnomes can be funny. Gnomes can be funny and trusted. Space gnomes are a different story. Okay.
Okay.
Trust me, I've had to deal, you know, being the sort of creature that I am where I live, I've had encounters with space gnomes. They are not, despite them being called gnomes, they are not necessarily related to gnomes. They are not exactly fae folk. They are aliens, but they are the worst. They are the worst. I don't even want to get into detail about what they've done. Mainly because it annoys me. Mainly because it brings me no happiness to talk about space gnomes. It raises my cortisol levels. It raises the cortisol levels to new heights. And
So you're not gonna like the next cryptid then?
Oh, the Hopkinsville Goblin? I know about these guys.
Okay.
I know about these guys.
Space goblins.
The space goblins. Space goblins, I like space goblins. It's space gnomes, okay? You can't trust space gnomes, okay? Space goblins, you know what they're about. You know what they're about. Space gnomes are devious. Space gnomes are very, very, very devious. They are very, very, very cunning. They have some sort of, you know, fey moods like you know, regular gnomes, but there's, see, the space gnomes. I can't tell you. I can't. Your minds wouldn't be able to handle it. What these space gnomes get into.
It's the foot thing, isn't it?
Moving on to the Hopkinsville Goblin. I've always been fascinated by the Hopkinsville Goblin. It is such a fascinating story. If I'm remembering the same goblin, because the story of like the sort of skeptic account that I've seen, is. Here's the thing: it's not that I wouldn't like. It's not that I wouldn't just because, you know, something is, you know, there's a skeptical account. You know, I I'm not saying you should automatically buy what happened, but when the skeptic account leaves more details to be desired, like leaves more holes than what actually happened, then I'm skeptical of the skeptic account, where it seems like things are just like certain details are swept under the rug or not addressed. I'm starting to, it makes it less believable. Hey D, all cryptids are reed and I'm one of them. Also Distant, hello, welcome. Yeah, we're doing cryptids, but Beastie, welcome. The Hopkinsville Goblin story is really interesting because there's certain details that don't line up. Like, apparently it was like, oh, it was just a bunch of drunk guys shooting at barn owls. When, from what I've read, and from the accounts given, now granted, maybe I was looking on the wrong account, but from what I've read, the family, like the mother did not drink. She discouraged drinking. And also, as far as I know, they didn't find any evidence of owls. They found evidence of shooting going on, which is interesting. But they didn't find any owls. And listen, I know it's hard to hit an owl, and they're very stealthy, and they can move quite quickly and quite silently.
Yeah, but owls lose feathers like nothing, like no tomorrow.
Yeah, and also, like, there is, like, again, it's also the fact that these are people who live out in the country, out in the boonies. They would probably recognize an owl when they saw an owl, right? Like, yeah. It doesn't take into account, like, it's like, oh, they're a bunch of drunk hillbillies, and it's like, people underestimate, like, the type of animals that they like. I think people really underestimate, like, they think some people who lives out in the boonies, they're like, oh, they're just dumb and they don't know anything. But you have to understand the animals, the flora and fauna, when you're out there. Like, so it's really strange to me that, like, this is what I mean by the skeptic account. All of the details seem like they were hand waved, and the family left. You know, now you could argue the family left. You could argue the family left because they thought they were gonna get caught or something, but. Again, the mother brought the kids along, and she reported if it was just her husband's being drunk, you know, would she not have said that? Like, there's a lot of the story, like, is very strange, and the goblins themselves are also sorry, bringing into account, owls don't, like, there was, from what I remember from the account of the Hopkinsville Goblin, there was multiple of these goblins, and if they were owls, first off, owls are pretty solitary creatures except when they're mating, as far as my owl knowledge goes. Any owl. Now you could say, oh, they thought there was more than one, but again, if people are familiar with owls, like, they would recognize an owl, and they wouldn't go to the police over an owl. I think, you know.
Yep.
The whole story is incredibly strange, but it's fascinating. It's fascinating. But I'm gonna put the Hopkinsville Goblin. Unless do you have anything you want to say, John?
I lost you. I lost you.
You lost me?
There we go. Okay.
You lost me.
You're back. Okay.
I'm back.
I'm gonna put the Hopkinsville Goblin in B because it's a very interesting story, and the fact is, at the end of it all, the cops came back to investigate the following day, and the neighbors were like, yeah, no, they left, but the house was like empty. I go, what? They just went home in the middle of the night, packed up everything, and left in less than a day. That's insane.
Something scared them. And the fact that the neighbors didn't say anything, and again, they didn't find any evidence of an owl nest, because the reason owls would probably get upset about this whole thing is because, you know, someone was attacking, like, you know, it could have been a pair protecting their nest, but then either the police didn't do a good enough job, but they would have found, you know, feathers of some kind, or like
something.
Yeah, and I'd have to look and see where, because they did find bullet holes, and I'm wondering where they found them. And that's also something interesting, because if there's bullet holes depending on where they found them. If there was any on the ground, there was. I wouldn't think that the owls would land. Do you think, like, if they were attacking? Well, I guess maybe to catch their breath. But I'm putting Hopkinsville Goblin in A because it's such a fascinating story. It's such a fascinating story, and they're such an interesting. Space goblins are interesting.
Yep. Next one, the Jersey Devil.
The Jersey Devil.
Do you know about the Jersey Devil?
Oh, I know about the Jersey Devil. I know about
There
the
is-
Jersey Devil.
The Jersey Devil has the longest history I can think of out of most cryptids as a local cryptid. Not even as like a one of the international ones like Bigfoot and the Yeti. This is a local one that goes all the way back to the Revolutionary War, pre-Revolutionary War.
Oh, I think I remember this one. Sean, to answer your question, is this from just America? No, this is all over the world. This is globally. And Sean, same with the indigenous tribes. They know what different animals look like. Yeah. They would know, like, people who lived, especially out in the wilds where they, would encounter these animals. Yeah, I tend not to dismiss them. Because they live, they live out there and they would know what certain creatures look like, especially if you're trying to survive and everything. So.
Yep.
Yeah.
So the Jersey Devil, there's a lot of different parts to it. The one that I like the most is the one that the Jersey Devil is the end result of a curse to a blasphemer, a former Catholic who started blaspheming and made his own atlas against the same one as not Thomas Jefferson. Who was the guy who looked like MILFs? What was Benjamin Franklin?
Oh yeah, Ben Franklin was in the MILFs, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was in the MILFs. He was a hag lover. Okay.
He was a hag lover.
But he started saying terrible things about him, and then and then the church was like, calm down, relax, and then he started blaspheming on the church.
Oh.
And then one of his children came out with a prehensile tail and wings, and apparently he was cursed. And what's funny is the family still owns that same house and land, supposedly. It's all the way down south Jersey along the shore. They still own
Jersey
that entire
Shore.
Yep.
Jersey Shore and the Jersey Devil. Why has that not been a crossover?
And then yes, Tail, I know it's you. And the but then the real important part is that the Jersey Devil ended up getting its way into the New Jersey Pine Barrens, which it's hard to describe the New Jersey Pine Barrens if you've never been in it, but it's like a big forest where all the trees are too high to see leaves in front of you, but because they're all pine trees, all the floor is full of pine needles. So it looks like a barren, kind of wasteland with just trees everywhere.
Oh,
it's a really weird aesthetic.
Fascinating.
But because of this,
Fascinating.
you can't really see the sky when you're in it, and there's usually birds and things above you.
Such a cool
occasionally
name too,
bobcat.
Pine Barren as well. I think you're jogging my memory. I think I've heard of the Pine Barren, but I never looked into it deeply. I remember.
Oh yeah.
But that's the Jersey Devil has, as far as I remember from my tales. Sean is asking if you know about the Banshee. We'll get to the Banshee. I think the Banshee might be on here, but
It's on here somewhere.
yeah. But the Jersey Devil, as far as I know, at least the story I remember, although it might be another cryptid with the name Devil that I'm remembering. The thing about the Jersey Devil is that, according to the story I had, that there was a woman who had a bunch of children.
Yep.
And she was going, I don't know if she made a deal with the devil or if she was cursed somehow, and then one of her children was born as a goat.
Yep. That's the other story that is told. But I like going with the one that because again the family still owns the land in New Jersey. So
makes
I'm
sense.
the folklore one, which is I think it was used in a movie. I think. Where the woman cursed her unborn child, so because it was her 13th child.
Very great horned rat core.
And then again, what's really interesting about the Jersey Devil is there are accounts of a creature helping out destroying Hessian soldiers during the Revolutionary War, and I'm like, that's the Jersey Devil. That's the Jersey Devil because he's doing it.
The Jersey Devil is a patriot. You know what? I'll put Jersey Devil in A for being a patriot. I
put him in S because he's a personal favorite, and I think he's still alive to this day because again, there's this weird tunnel system that connects New Jersey to Columbia.
So how did they know? Did they personally explore this tunnel? How did they know it goes all the way to Columbia?
So you know how they made this new sonar system to check out underneath parts of the world?
Yes.
Okay, so they started I think they started somewhere in like New York, and they ended up coming down to New Jersey, and they found this tunnel systems. They started sonar blasting it, and they kept following it, and they ended up having to get water boats and stuff because they ended up in the middle of the ocean. They're like, okay, this just keeps going. Ended up somewhere in the Bahamas, and then it ended up finally in Colombia. And I was like, there's a network of tunnels that leads all the way to Colombia.
Did they figure out? Is there more tunnels? Is there more tunnels?
Oh, there's more tunnels, but that's as far as they got with the current technology.
Okay, I'm starting to think Hollow Earth is actually becoming more and more real. Like someone, maybe not the way it was envisioned, but like
that uncanny valley thing is real, man. The reason we go, that's not human.
Yeah. Next, we got the good old El Chupacabra. I remember my friend of mine, a monstrous friend, growing up telling me about El Chupacabra. And I thought he was just native to Puerto Rico. I thought he was just a Puerto Rican thing. Apparently, he's Mexican too.
Oh, I thought he was Mexican.
No, I know him from being Puerto Rican, and I remember stories of him being flying, and then turning out that the Chupacabra might have just been a dog with serious mange.
I've never heard of the Chupacabra in Puerto Rico. I've heard of Cucuy, but never Cucuy. That maybe that's the name for the Chupacabra he used. But it's very similar of a creature. So.
Yes, interesting. El Chupacabra, maybe it comes from at least the ones that I know of. The first sightings were in Puerto Rico. Okay, that's what I thought. And I also remember there was a story of like someone who was doing an investigation into the Chupacabra, and apparently there was military guys there who blocked his way, and they were running drills that he couldn't talk about.
I think he's lying to you because he said they were in 1995. I know it's well before 1995.
Well, maybe this is as far as Blast knows.
Or is that the first time we've seen the Chupacabra in Puerto Rico was in 1995?
I mean, to be honest, it sounds like we I don't think Blast is lying as much as he's going off of information that he knows. Okay. I think. Because as far as I know, Puerto Rico was where I heard about El Chupacabra. I like Lizard El Chupacabra. I'm gonna put him in B because I think he comes. I'm
gonna put him in A for my DEI hire. So it's just.
Oh. I mean, this seems like a critter who who might reside in the peripheral world. Maybe somewhere in Gorse Lab. Except I don't know why it took fanciness to goats and chickens, but Lena, welcome. Yeah, we're doing a cryptid review with fellow Demongrel and also a fellow VTuber.
There are two Chupacabras here.
Yeah, I'm gonna put the mange one in D. I think because maybe I think it might be a red herring, and it's also not as neat.
Same. All right.
But
Fresno Nightcrawlers. I actually don't know this one.
Yeah, I don't know this one either. I'm gonna put, I'm gonna make a new tier. Hold on, I'm gonna make a new tier. Hold on. How do I make a new tier? How do I make a new tier?
Let's see here. You hit the little gear, and then you hit add row below.
Okay, I'm just gonna put this above. In the. Oh, whoops, hold on. I'm gonna put this tier is gonna be the. What the heck? Hold on. Add row. Below. Yep, and this is gonna be the question mark here because I'm not. These are gonna be the ones that neither of us are familiar with, and I'm gonna make it black. No idea about the Fresno Nightcrawlers. Not deer. I'm not familiar with the not deer.
The not deer?
The not deer.
Is that the same? Not deer, not deer, not deer, not deer. I know this one, but it's not. It's not. It's a newer cryptid. It's not an old one.
Is it a skinwalker?
No, it's
Not deer or gnarly, huh?
Yeah, it's a newer one. I'm trying to remember what the heck they came from. But they're not deer, but they're a kind of deer that's suffering from a disease that makes them hemorrhage and bleed. It makes them lose their ability to fear, and they will like gore and attack and eat anything.
And apparently, if you hear your name being called out, pretend it's not happening. Why is D tier on the bottom? Shouldn't it be on the top for you, boss? Fair point, but also we're just going with it for now. We're going with it for now. We're going with it for now. We're going with it for now.
Yeah, but it's a newer cryptid, so it's not as it doesn't have the same history as the other one, but it's one based in the mountains of the Appalachia.
Always in the mountains of Appalachia. Mountain Mama.
Oh yeah, listen. I can't wait to go home to Virginia, where everything's trying to kill me, apparently.
No, Virginia's crazy. Virginia and West Virginia, the Appalachia is. I mean, why do you think so many monsters may be there or have their realms connected to there? It's easy to it's easy for people not to bother you to find portals, to put portals in the middle of nowhere, and then or like gates that connect to your realm, and then no one bothers you.
Yeah,
unless you have intrepid adventurers or it's a whole thing.
Yeah, but it's if I remember correctly, it got very popular on like TikTok and Tumblr and stuff. And I was like, okay, that's cool. And people are like, no, you don't understand. I go, listen, you're mixing up folklore stuff, because the calling your name thing, that's a skinwalker thing.
That's a skinwalker. Okay.
That's a skinwalker thing. Supposedly, we cannot confirm that or not, because the tribes who know about skinwalkers do not speak of skinwalkers to outsiders, because if you speak to a skinwalker about a skinwalker, you die.
Average wild boar. Wouldn't that be distant if you're Latam, if you're Latinx? I'm sorry, I said it slow. If you're Latin American,
we don't slur here.
Wouldn't it be a peccary instead of a wild boar? Technically, I know about peccaries. I watched Magic School Bus on the Rainforest. Wait, Don. Technically, aren't you like related to a peccary?
Technically, and my reincarnation is too.
A what? A peccary? They're a type of pig that live in the Amazon rainforest.
Yep.
They're actually kind of adorable compared to other boars.
Yeah, they are the non-werewolf pig.
Ever heard of headless?
I don't
Jack?
know why pigs go full lycanthrope, but they do.
I mean, it happens with grasshoppers when they become locusts. Werewolves, where creatures are real, they're just not what you expect. I'm gonna put the not deer in the D tier. Yeah, that's thousands of kilometers from where I live. Okay, fair enough.
The Owl Man. Actually, I don't know this one.
I'm vaguely familiar with Owlman. I just think he's a less cool version of Mothman. I'm gonna put him in C tier. As far as I know, I think Owlman is British and does the same thing. This is knowledge off the top of my head, mind you. Okay. I'm putting Owlman in C tier. I think a humanoid owl creature is. You want me to tell the story of Headless Jack? If we get to that list, get to him in the list. If he's on here, then we'll talk about it. So, be patient. Oh, I'm the Owlman, bruv. I know the local ones like Las Mir or El Pomborito. Oh, El Pomborito. Okay. Michigan, what about you? Where did you put Owlman?
I put Owlman and don't know, because I don't know about.
Understandable.
I'm like, I'm like, I don't know. I don't really have a feeling towards it because
Yeah.
I don't have a feeling towards it. It's not nearly as cool as the dragon Teddy Roosevelt hunted, you know?
Yeah, or the Piazza bird or Mothman. So, Michigan Dogman, I am only the vagueliest familiar. Felix, welcome.
You forgot about the Beast of Bray Road.
Oh wait, my Michigan Dogman's on my list before him.
Oh, weird. Mine's all right. Whatever. Michigan Dogman. Like they're right next to each other for me. Whatever.
Yeah, they're right next to me, but Michigan Dogman is first. So
weird. All right, whatever.
What is the Michigan?
That one I don't know. I want to assume it's. I haven't done a Michigan cryptids deep dive yet because I haven't done a convention there yet. So.
Oh.
So like I said, I do a lot of conventions with cryptids, and people always want to talk to me about the local stuff. So I always make sure I do a quick check out on everything, and I start deep diving into stuff.
Yes.
But
Makes sense.
I don't know about the Michigan Dogman. It sounds.
In the Hull. Interesting.
It sounds like it's another werewolf variant, but a folklore. I mean, just from looking at it.
Moved on to the left a little bit. Oh yeah, I can wait. There was more space on here that I could move him. Sorry about that. Yep, you're over here now. Sorry. Could move you a little further. I guess I can move myself a little further. Yeah, I don't know too much about. I feel like I've heard the name Michigan Dogman, and I feel like I've learned about him, but I cannot put. I just can't recall. Like, he sounds so familiar, like on the tip of my tongue, but I cannot recall anything for the life of me. I remember some stories about Luc Garot. Except, no, I don't, because now I'm thinking about Luc Garot, and I'm trying to remember the details of him, and all I remember is I think he's Cajun. I think he's like a Cajun werewolf. So, Michigan Dogman,
no,
I'm putting an unknown.
The Loup-garou is
Right, it's French.
So I had to do an entire panel on werewolves.
Oh.
So like the entire history of them. The first thing I learned is that werewolves come from Greek originally, and then there's several different variants from the Greek version alone. One is gaining the spirit of the wolf from drinking blood. Another is like becoming more wolf-like by having a belt made of wolf skin, which slowly transforms your body into something more wolf-like. And then there's the curse types. The Loup-garou is Germanic.
Yeah, I would think they're Germanic because I thought, or Loup-garou I thought was French or something, but yeah, and the famous nodding incident. We are not talking about that. I'm not talking about that. But as far as I thought, it's interesting that it's Greek because I didn't know there were wolves in Greece. I thought, I knew there was wolves in Europe. I didn't know there was, I thought there weren't any wolves in the Mediterranean. Well,
there are no wolves in Japan, but there are statues of wolves in Japan.
Interesting. I thought there was a Hokkaido wolf. Isn't that an extinct species? Was that an extinct species of wolf? The Hokkaido wolf?
Has never been confirmed.
Oh.
That's like there are statues of wolves in Japan, but there's no wolves in Japan, and we don't know of any wolves in Japan. But there's always there's paintings and what have you of them.
Interesting. Wolves are big in the Mediterranean. The Turks believe they're half wolf per pre-Muslim mythology. Oh, and also I'm remembering the story of Romulus and Remus, who were nursed by a she-wolf. So clearly, I'm not remembering that. Yes, wolves go all across Europe. Usually when I think of wolves, I think of Eastern or Northwestern or Western, Europe.
Yeah, but I think it was the original wolf thing came from the island of Lycaros.
Oh, licorice? I don't like licorice.
It looks like it's spelled lichen, but it's like an AROS.
Oh, is this like a Lesbos and Sappho's thing?
Probably, but it's more along the lines of king was cursed. The only way to uncurse his people was to do certain tasks. He did the tasks, but he cheated, so his people were freed from the curse of no longer being wolves, but he himself was turned into a wolf.
Man, because I'm just remembering a whole bunch of different stories of this happening to Greeks, of curses.
There's hundreds of them. Like I said, there's so many subtypes of Greek mythology just involving wolves that involve the werewolf subtype, and that's why I'm like the very first one comes from that one story. I'm like, okay, here's the origin.
I didn't know this. Okay, I did not know this. I'm familiar with certain werewolf legends. I was not familiar with that, but
yep. And then it goes out and out and out, and then the Catholics made it. You know, if you were excommunicated on a certain day at a certain time for bestiality, you would turn into a werewolf.
Well, wait, beast. Wait. Okay, so you're saying that werewolves, if you're Catholic, werewolves were a result of bestiality.
Yep.
And then there's a whole bunch of VTuber women into werewolves.
I hope they're not Catholic.
But you know what? Let's move on. Beast of Bray Road. Beast of Bray Road. The Welsh must be full of werewolves. But yes, Beast of Bray Road. I feel like Bray Road's definitely English, right? That has to be English.
Actually, Wisconsin.
Really, Wisconsin of all places.
Yes, this is a Wisconsin cryptid. I learned about this one about 2 years ago. I had a convention in Wisconsin I was doing. It's and there's a lot of documentaries. There's even a horror film made in 2003, maybe 4, about it as well. But it has multiple books written about it. It's a large part of Wisconsin folklore.
That's interesting. I don't remember.
It is another werewolf style thing, but it's had sightings since 1927 until 2020. It's either 2020 or 2018. One of those two.
That's not too far off.
Yeah. Like I said, I did a call in Wisconsin 2 years ago. So I was like, this is recent.
That's very recent. That is very recent considering the sighting.
It is well documented that it will occasionally attack cars.
Oh, well, are we talking like how big is this furry? How big is he?
7 feet tall.
Oh,
it's a big puppy.
You know, I wonder if he stopped showing up after 2020 because of the rise of VTubers, especially Bao.
The rise.
And so now he's being
hunted
down.
Bao is probably close enough. He went, you know what? It might be good for me just stay out of the way.
It might be good enough for like, it might be good enough that like, yeah. And I wonder if it's the same with the Michigan Dogman. I wonder if they're related. I'm gonna put him in the unknown tier because I thought for some reason I was thinking of another story. I think I was thinking of Old Chuck or whatever his name is. Are creepypastas just modern cryptids like Jeff, Slenderman, Sonic EXE, and Ben? No. These are ones that have like more ties to folklore, and like them being real is more up in the air. Whereas creepypastas are like they were never intended to be real. Although you could say that about there's a few cryptids I know, like the Bear Lake Monster, which is not real. Was actually a hoax. Freddy Fazbear, my first cryptid. I mean, I wonder if mechanical cryptids. Apparently, the Rake started as an internet creepypasta, but people started seeing them IRL. Interesting. Then we've got Lizard Man. Look at the picture of Lizard Man. This guy is jacked.
Not having a good day.
Not having a good day. This guy is jacked. He also looks like a he looks like a Toko enemy, a Tokusatsu character. I'm putting him in S tier just for that. I'm putting him in S tier for his swagger and his gains, and because Lizard Men are pretty cool.
Yeah, there's also like 1,000 Lizard Man folklore, so I'm like, they don't tell you which one. It's like, okay.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I'm a big fan of Lizard Men in Fantasy, Seraphon in what did they call it? In Age of Sigmar, although I'm more of a big fan of the lizard man. Why that's there in the government? That's why they're that high up on the list. Listen.
I need a tax break.
Listen, taxmen are cool. Listen, guys, no. The lizard men aren't the ones passing laws and making court decisions. They're not in the government. That was done to malign lizard men, okay? To malign the reptilian people, you know? No. It's the space gnomes you have to worry about.
Okay.
It's the space gnomes you have to worry about.
Space gnomes. Because
Space
of their
gnomes.
feet.
Yeah. Loveland Frogman. Loveland Frogman. Loveland Frogman. Loveland Frogman.
I actually don't know about the Loveland Frogman.
Wait, space gnomes like Jelly? Jelly is like a space gremlin. She's closer to a space goblin. The space gnomes are just. Listen. The space gnomes are a creature above. No one likes the space gnomes. Okay? I don't even think the space gnomes like the space gnomes. I'm not an elf. I'm not a goblin. I'm a gnome. I'm a gnome. But yeah. Loveland Frogman. I know about the Loveland Frogman, but I don't remember his story exactly. I do remember the silly photo or silly artist rendition, and it almost looks like an American version of the medieval pictures of frogs that you've seen.
Yes.
I think I'm gonna put Loveland Frogman just in B tier because I like him. He's a silly guy.
I'm gonna put him in C because he looks funny.
Yeah. Loveland Frogman's a fella. I would invite the Loveland Frogman to the lair and play like on the PS2 with him.
All right, so next we have the Goat Man. They don't tell you which one they're talking about because there's 3 or 4 flavors of Goat Man.
I feel like this Goat Man is reaching out to me in either a very sexually suggestive manner or is like wants me to pass him like a can of cheerwine or something.
If it's that one, then it's the Maryland one.
Oh. Yeah, I know there's a couple different Goat Man. Technically, the Jersey Devil is also considered sort of a goatish figure, so... Huh. I wonder if his name is Billy.
From what I remember was a guy in the University of Maryland in the 70s.
Mm-hmm.
He got... Well... It was the 70s, so...
Oh no. 70s.
Yes. So he went around apparently town talking about his Goatman friend, and then somewhere in Prince George's County, which if you're not from the Maryland area or from the Delaware or Virginia area, you don't know about Prince Edward. It's the county right next to DC, essentially. It's where every rich person lives. He went up and down there looking for the Goatman, graffitiing it around, and then one day all of a sudden he disappeared. No one could find him, but they did find a dead goat wearing his clothes on the road.
There's so many ways. There's so many implications. Ways that could be implied. Monsters is my goat, man. Well, you know what? Maybe he crossed the bridge with 3 billy goats and the trolls got him. So, I'm putting the Goat Man in D tier. I don't like the way he's looking at me.
I'm gonna put him in A tier. He looks like he could party. You know.
I don't trust the Goat Man. I just don't trust him. The Goat Man doesn't. There's something about the Goat Man that just like. Especially if this image of him just doesn't vibe well with me. I don't trust the Goat Man. But then again, I sometimes I struggle looking at goats, and I feel like they're always up to something nefarious. So, all right, we got the Mantis Man. Mantis Man is going in A tier because, well, you know, the only way you can defeat them is with combustible lemons.
So wait, I just need to make Lumi angry?
Yeah. Just
S tier immediately.
Okay, fine. You know what? Yeah, I'm putting Mantis Man in A. But for those who don't know, how many of you have played Portal 2? It's when Cave Johnson talks about how there is mantis men because they fused some people with mantis DNA. I don't actually know what the IRL lore of mantis men. All I know is about the Cave Johnson one, and that's enough to put me into A tier. Mantis people are pretty cool, but I'm putting mantis men pretty high up there. I'll put mantis men in S because mantis men are cool. I like mantis men. Now we have the airborne frogman. This is one that is entirely new to me.
Okay, I don't know anything about the airborne frogman. I don't think so. Let me see here. Airborne frogman. Let me check my notes real fast. No, nothing. I have frogman, no airborne frogman.
I don't know. Is airborne frogman lost media?
It might be. It might be.
I'm putting airborne frogman here.
My favorite modern day cryptid is Bat Boy.
Bat Boy?
Because of weird world news, which was like the insane not news parody thing you would get at the grocery store for like $1. And it would be like aliens met the president today and stuff like that. And on a fake, exactly. There were days where like the lizard men aliens are angry about the president is siding with the frogmen aliens. I go, what?
I mean, listen. I may have, because technically I'm a U.S. citizen. Because there is, because listen, my people have connections to the U.S. and a bunch of this cryptid stuff. So I mean, I'm technically considered a cryptid of a sort.
And then
I'm not familiar with the airborne frogman. I think he's from like a different realm altogether. Probably from a distant one. I've never heard of.
Yeah, I just did a quick search in my file directory. It's like, nope, okay, don't have him, don't know him.
I hate to suggest it, but ChatGPT is pretty good for asking for all knowledge quickly. It pointed to the Loveland frogman as another name for it. Really? Well, part of me wants to do that, but part of me also just wants to go off the top of my head to see how much I remember.
Yeah, it's a lot more fun to see what you get. It's also a good brain exercise.
Yeah, it's because also I've been doing that sort of on stream. It's like, you know what, I'm gonna focus on the stream as well. Especially since I do have a collaborator here, but I appreciate the suggestion, Bob. No, I appreciate the suggestion. I guess it's just part of the spirit of the talking about the cryptids. But the Manta Man, I'm not familiar with the Manta Man at all. Manta rays are cool. I don't know anything about the Manta Man.
That's not Black Manta.
No, it's not Black Manta.
Not Black Manta. That's here, Manta Man. I don't have anything on Manta Man. When I pull up my file directory, it brings up Street Sharks.
I love Street Sharks.
I also love Street Sharks. I don't think we're talking about Street Sharks though.
I'm putting him in S tier because of Street Shark reference. It automatically, because I remember there was a manta ray character. I forgot his name, but he's going into S tier. He's going into S. Totally Jossum. Exactly. Next we have Gator Man.
Here we go. I got stuff on here. It's Manta Man is okay. So I do have some stuff here from my Street Sharks panel. Apparently the Manta Man was based off of a cryptid in Chile.
Oh wait! So I think I have a demongrel who is Chilean. My Chilean demongrel, if you're out there, wait. Who's my Chilean demongrel? Why am I spacing on your name? You'll have to inform me about the Manta Man. I want to know. Wait, we're talking about Chile, the country, not like Chili's, right? Like Chili's to go.
No, Chile. I specifically said Chile, not Chile.
Okay. Sorry, I might be craving ribs at the moment.
I do want baby back ribs.
Oh, I could really go for some baby back ribs. I want my baby back. I want my baby back. Oh, so good. I haven't heard that. I don't even know if they do that commercial anymore because I don't really watch the television, and all the ads I get are really weird. Coach from Left 4 Dead 2. Oh, I love Coach. Coach is my favorite Left 4 Dead character. If the demongrel's chili.
That's all I have on the Manta Man is that one tidbit from my Street Sharks panel.
They fight. Street Sharks. Sharks. I mean, I love Street Sharks, but Extreme Dinosaurs had the stronger theme, and
I don't think I watched
Something's
Extreme
really
Predator.
rocking.
I
on
watched
planet number 3.
Biker Mice from Mars.
Oh, see, I never did. I was familiar with it, and I think I might have saw it once, and then I found out about it later, later on. I don't remember when. But next we have the Gator Man. This is just a picture of Killer Croc from.
It is. It is
And Killer Croc's pretty cool. So I'm gonna put him in A tier because Gator Men are pretty cool. Like Gators are pretty cool. I like crocodilians. Crocodilians are cool.
Gator Man is another New Jersey cryptid.
Of course it is.
Right.
Right, because New Jersey sewers. Right. Okay, you know what? Gator Man,
Well,
you're going to S tier.
He's another one. He's from the 70s. He's supposedly it's a journalist covered him after going to a Native American tribe and talking about the various creatures that no longer roam the earth, and then they were like trying to discuss about a lizard man that would wander the swamps of New Jersey, which is just the Meadowlands. The Meadowlands is just swamps.
Makes sense. Very swampy. I'm putting Gator Man up there because I think crocodilians are cool, and I do like Killer Croc, so he's going up there. I have never heard about this next one, the Indescribable Octoman. That sounds like a very old, like, Strange Tales, like you'd see, like, comics, like. The Indescribable Octoman sounds like he is like from one of those comics and publishers that are no longer around and you could get for a nickel.
He sounds like a Dick Tracy character.
He does, doesn't he? Actually, yeah. Octodad. Oh, I love Octodad. Octodad's great. I should play Octodad on stream. That's a fun one. Fun fact: there's a drug in Russia that makes crocodile. Like, oh, I know about crocodile. I've never partaken in it, but I'm a very crocodile is one of those weird things. Where do I remember hearing about crocodile? I think I heard about it because a friend of mine was telling about it, but I don't remember exactly where. Or why? What the thing about crocodile? You know what? Actually, no. I think it came from. I was watching Vines. I was watching Joel from Vinesauce, and he talked about crocodile, and then I think I went on an internet rabbit hole. I know about crocodile because of Poland. Is it Poland or Russian? I thought it was Slavic, to be sure. How many of these are VTubers? That was a question I was going to ask, is how many, like, this is prime VTuber, like, material. Like,
yeah.
I don't think there's been a Sasquatch VTuber yet.
Really?
Didn't I ask that before? I think I might have asked that on a previous stream.
Really?
I don't know. I'd have to look it up. I have to look at the VTuber wiki or something.
I would think that nearly every VTuber has been done, like every single kind. Even like people say I'm the only pig man. There's at least 4 other pig VTubers that I'm aware of.
As far as I know, I'm the only. I mean, I think there's another Dark Lord or
There's a couple Dark Lords.
I think there's a few monstrous ones that I'm aware of. Maybe none quite like me, but there's definitely, you'd be surprised.
It's always a how you flavor it, honestly, kind of thing.
Yes.
With VTubers. Yeah. There's no point in copying Saba. Saba is Saba.
Yeah, Saba is Saba. Saba de amigo. I'm gonna put. I'm not familiar with the Indescribable Octoman. I should put him in the question mark category, but I'm putting him in S because he just has this aura about him. He just has this aura about him.
He feels like
Yeah, I'm putting him above there. Like, he feels like that there is so much mystery to him that I don't know. Like, he feels like the most. Plus, it's his name, the Indescribable Octoman. Like, I want to know more about him. Like, there was something about him. There's a strange shifting masked dark VTubers, but they work more off of the cat. Scribble, isn't that you? Also, Mer Pepperoni has a fantastic King in Theme Yellow VTuber. Just did a 2.0. Ooh, King in Yellow. Wait, is it also? Wasn't Saros the game that came out that was more like that is being like gone after because apparently it's like a cuck story or something? I've heard about that. Wasn't that based on? Isn't Saros like based on a piece of weird fiction, cosmic horror from because people don't know this, but it wasn't just Lovecraft who made the mythos. I mean, he's credited as one, but he had other
Oh, no, there were multiple writers.
Yeah, there was multiple writers. Because as far as I remember, August Derleth was the one who came up with the King in Yellow. I think that was him. I think it was him, or he did Carcosa. It's been a while. It's been a while.
He did Hastor, which
Hastor is, I think, is the King in Yellow or related.
Yeah, well, yes and no.
Yes and no. I'll write the Lovecraft Circle stuff, right? Robert Howard too. Yeah.
We would start pulling at weeds if we went down the Lovecraft thing, because the King in Yellow is the avatar for Hastor, but it's not Hastor himself.
Okay. And then we got the Skunk Ape.
You know about the Skunk Ape?
I do, and he's got one of the more convincing photos. Skunk Ape is definitely Floridian as far as I remember. It's another sort of Bigfoot. There's discussions around the photo. Most of all will just say it's probably a orangutan. I mean, it's weird because I feel like an orangutan. I don't know how I feel about Skunk Ape. I guess I don't know how I feel about.
Skunk Ape.
I don't hate him, but he's not like my favorite either. It's very mid. I'm gonna put him in.
He's an easy C tier. He's how I feel about Skunk Ape is he's just swamp Florida Bigfoot.
Yeah. I mean, that can be a cool variation. I like the Bigfoot variations, but the Skunk Ape, for some reason, there's just something about the Skunk Ape that is just not as interesting to me as like big. I don't know. I think it's because when I think of Yeti or Bigfoot, and I think of like big apes, like hominid apes in areas where you don't really see them, because most apes, as far as I remember, like you see gorillas in the rainforest in Africa, and you see like the Skunk Ape doesn't feel out of place in the Everglades,
Yeah, exactly.
Like it doesn't feel out of place. Like there is, Borneo, like orangutans already live in a very like, I don't know if I'd call it swampy, but heavy rainforest. What if they are family? I mean, they might be. It just, I don't know. Skunk Ape just feels the most plausible and also the most like, the least, because a lot of these creatures, they're sort of, what makes them so interesting is that they're out of place. There's nothing quite like them in certain areas, and Skunk Ape just feels kind of like, yeah, I could believe that there was a big ape living in the Everglades,
Exactly. All right, I need a minute to get myself some water. If you want to keep everyone busy for like 5 minutes, I'll be right back.
All right. Oh, so how are we doing, the mongrels? How are we doing? And Salpranos as well. How are we doing? How are we doing? What's going on? What is happening? I can't see the Salpranos chat, so
You should pull it out.
Pull what out? Pull.
You should pull out the one on Twitch.
Oh, okay. Hold on. This is a first for me. Hold on. So Sopranos. The adder clogged the toilet. No, you didn't. You actually probably. You know what? I'll check after. Hold on. Let me pull up Don's chat.
I'm almost back.
Okay. You're almost back. Okay, hold on. I need to pull up your. I need to pull up your.
There we go.
Oh, you're already back? I thought you said 5 minutes.
Honestly, I say 5 minutes, but that luckily the water basin was already full, so I'd have to refill it.
Oh, okay.
Lucky.
Stop. Okay.
Listen, man.
Wait, I thought Don was pulling a yaoi. No, ew. We're both heterosexual.
I am very heterosexual. Okay?
Yeah, so am I.
If I was gonna go gay, it would have happened when I worked at that sex dungeon.
Yeah. Wait.
What? Listen, there was a point in my life where I had a friend who had me working at conventions, and he goes, Don,
"You're Hispanic," and I go, "I don't like where this conversation's going." He said to me, "Can you build things?" I go, "I can." And that's how I ended up working at a sex dungeon. I became the maintenance guy. I never want to work at a sex dungeon ever again. It was terrible. On the plus side, I know how to reinforce things for fun stuff.
I just have a dungeon. There's no sex involved, as far as I know. I mean, he worked there as a maintenance man, guys. That you know what? Let's continue on. Also, you're not Hispanic. You're Hisporkic.
That's good. I should use that when I reincarnate.
Excellent, excellent. Are you gonna have tusks when you reincarnate?
I cannot discuss the model at this time.
Understandable. Apologies. All right, so we have the folk monster.
The folk monster.
The folk monster.
Yeah, it's what the heck are you from?
I'm not familiar, so I'm putting him in. I'm putting him in the lowest tier. So
he's a movie monster. That's all he is.
that's all he is.
No.
Why is he a cryptid then?
Yeah,
If he's
that was apparently there was an old folklore in Folk, Arkansas about him, and they made a bunch of a drama horror film called The Legend of Boggy Creek. That's what he comes from.
oh.
1972 cult classic film. That's all I have on this guy.
Wow. What about the Ohio Grassman? Go and get them, Grassman.
Grassman, let's see here.
I kind of just want to put Grassman up there because I'm thinking of the hairy partridge, Grassman. Why are so many cryptids just hairy men? Am I a cryptid? You may be. You could be.
You may be.
You may be.
It's another Bigfoot variant. Just the Ohio version.
I'm putting him in there because I'm putting him in B because Grassman is one of my favorite. Is one of my favorite jokes. Is one of my favorite. One of my favorite memes. Go and get them,
and of course, the
Grassman.
Pennsylvania white Bigfoot. Do I have to explain that one?
See, I've actually seen footage of this guy. Of this guy. Yeah, I've seen footage of. There was another channel that I watched who was related to Bob Gilman who goes over evidence for Bigfoot, and he was talking about the Pennsylvania white Bigfoot. One of the interesting things that they do for some of these guys who deep dive into Bigfoot is that they also look for Photoshop edits. They use sort of noise to see if this is something that was put in later, or I think it was a noise profile where they put in something later to see if another image was added in, or if it's actually part of the original image. And they've done that with different animals. But this guy, I forgot his name. He had a Pacific totem as his avatar. I don't remember, but he was really cool. And he went over the Pacific white Pennsylvania white Bigfoot. I don't know if he's related to the white boy from Digimon Cyber Sleuth. But it is almost summer, so we might see him again, because who knows? It might be White Boy Summer soon. So.
It is almost white Bigfoot summer.
Yep, White Squatch summer. You can be some nearsighted person's cryptid. I mean, who knows? Ohio, the dog.
It could happen.
I'm gonna put him in B just because I found his story and everything. The footage of him fascinating is one of the most interesting things, because if that one was a hoax, it was a very high detailed hoax, because you could tell, you could look at the details and it's hard to tell whether or not that's actually a mask. It's really high quality if it's a hoax, but I saw the video and in slow motion, and it's pretty interesting. What about you, Don? What about you?
Honestly, like I said, these are all just Bigfoot variants to me at this point, so they all end up in the same tier for me.
Fair enough. I mean, I like variations, so
It's to me, it's just like listen. All right, sand shrew is a ground type. Stop making it into an ice type. I don't need this in my life.
You don't like regional variants, huh?
I don't like regional variants. I'm old.
Fair enough.
Billy,
I'm old.
Billy,
I'm
no,
old.
Billy, no.
Listen, I'm old too. I've been playing. I've already talked about this on stream. Pokemon Blue is my first Pokemon game. Okay. I like regional variants. I think they're cool. I think some are better than others. But yeah. What about Old Yellow Top? I've never heard of Old Yellow Top.
Old Yellow Top is the Virginia Bigfoot.
But wouldn't that just be Bigfoot?
You would think that, wouldn't you?
I would.
Yes, like I said.
Oh, go ahead.
Like I said, they're all just regional different ones. I think Old Yellow Top is the West Virginia Appalachian Mountain one.
But why is it called
And then
Old
the next
Yellow
one,
Top?
which is
he blonde? Is it a blonde Bigfoot?
no, yeah,
That's it. It's a blonde Bigfoot.
yeah,
It's Kaneko Lumi.
it's
I knew it. I knew the lemon woman was a Bigfoot. I knew it. I knew she was a Sasquatch.
she's everywhere.
She's everywhere. Okay. Next week.
That's the, and then this
what?
next one is the Southwest Virginian one, the Wood Booger.
He looks like he's trying to either sell me pizza or a used car, or a used.
Well, the Wood
Pizza
Booger
Hut.
is also a really good burger place in Southwest Virginia. You owe me money, Southwest Virginia. Anyone with the Wood Burger, if anyone goes there, because I said this. So I don't work for free, damn it.
Why is he in a blue suit? I don't know. Why are you?
Because he's trying to sell you food.
Also, he might be Slavic. Like he might be related to. If he's related to Kaneko Lumi, he's probably rocking his Adidas tracksuit.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, I need to get one of those if I get the Lumi. That's right.
Wood booger sound slang for what? For snot? Booger snot?
For what? For like the black snot you get sometimes when you're sick.
Or like no, I thought boogers were Listen, I know about boogers because I used to eat my boogers.
Too far.
Pick my nose. Pick my nose, eat them. What do you mean too far? How is that too far? How is that too of all the things?
You don't have lips. How do you get them without like chewing on your hands?
I picked my nose.
But how do you get them in your mouth without lips?
Very carefully.
Okay, apparently.
It was an art.
What
It's
a
an
warning
art form.
sign.
Yeah, you kind of have to peel them off your finger with your teeth.
I mean, you should be chopping wood in the morning so that it dries out throughout the day. That makes sense.
Yeah. Anyways, now we have the Jacob's photographs. This sounds less like a cryptid and more like something of a cryptid.
I don't know about this one. Let's hear.
I don't know about this one either.
See, when I tried that, I got when I searched it, I got like photography places. Okay, here we go. In the cryptid world, Jacob's photographs is a series of photos taken by. It's pictures of monkeys.
Were they in balls? Was it Monkey Ball? I love Monkey Ball. Monkey Ball's
It's
great.
just pictures of monkeys. That's all it is. I'm gonna put that in D.
Monkeys.
That's terrible.
I'm putting in I don't know. But the Momo, isn't that what Matara calls her fans, her little
It
gremlin
is what she
creatures?
calls her fans, and so I'm always curious about that. So Momo is a monster from Missouri.
Really, Missouri of all places. That I was not
Missouri,
expecting. That I
Yep,
was not
and
expecting.
that is your Missouri Bigfoot.
But he looks more like Mothman. I
know,
like the big fluffy. You know what? He's not as cool as Mothman. I'm gonna put him in the A tier because of his vibe. Because I like the big fuzzball. He looks like I want to give him a hug. I want to give Momo a hug.
No, I wouldn't do that. Okay, the
why?
Momo is also said to have the strongest odor out of all the Bigfoot variants.
Momo and D tier. Then I didn't know we were dealing with a durian Bigfoot.
We are dealing with the neat of big feet here.
Okay, then actually that kind of puts him in A for me because I kind of like that.
He needs to take a shower.
Listen, he needs to take a shower, but I also can you know what? I can respect the neat Bigfoot. There is something very interesting I find interesting about the neat Bigfoot. When you sell it to me like that, you know, I don't entirely know what it means. I know what neat means and I know what Bigfoot is, but those together, you know, sounds like an interesting like manga. Like, especially, I mean, his name is Momo. That's also Japanese, if I remember. So, like, yeah, like Blast pointed out, Momo is a type of dumpling in Japan. This guy could show up in Dandadan. This guy could show up. I mean, look, it's Missouri, okay? But, like, come on.
Yeah.
Like, come on. Momo is already sort of a Japanese name. He already kind of looks like he's from a manga in this illustration. I'm putting Momo up high. I'm representing Momo. Momo, I want to see Momo be a VTuber. I want to see Menhara Momo.
I can't deal with the smell, man. I got a big nose. I can't be doing this.
Yeah, well, okay, fair enough. Are you a truffle pig?
All pigs are truffle pigs.
Like they are? I thought they had to be very specific.
No, like they have to be trained for it. But all pigs.
Really? Okay, I didn't know this. Next, we got the Honey Island Swamp Monster. I'm putting him in unknown tier because I don't know anything about this Honey Island Swamp Monster.
So this is your Cajun Remy LeBou Bigfoot.
He's got very piercing eyes. I don't like the way he's looking at me.
I put him in C tier because he is the Cajun Bigfoot. Who apparently likes to just stare at women.
He's staring at me. He's staring at us and everyone really uncomfortably. Like, he just makes me uncomfortable. Wait. Oh my gosh. A voyeur Bigfoot? Mm-hmm. It's my Oshi. She wasn't a bug, but a Sasquatch.
The Disney...
Dizzy's a voyeur. She's a known voyeur. She likes to watch people. Well, I guess I'm putting him in A tier now.
There you go.
There we go.
All right.
Actually, no, I guess I put him in S tier. Voyeur Sasquatch. Voyeur Cajun Sasquatch. Could be a bit more Chinese. Anyways, Seep Squatch. I have heard of Seep Squatch. I don't remember Sheep Squatch's story.
Sheep Squatch is a West Virginia cryptid.
Of course, it's West Virginia. Almost heaven.
There was a surge of sightings of them in the mid 1990s for some god awful reason. It's a large four-legged creature with gnashing teeth, really long hair, and kind of a weird, almost mustache-looking type of face.
You know, there's so many different mustached people we could talk about would fit. I don't want to go to Funny Mustache Man because it's overplayed, but like, you know, we could talk about President Taft had a mustache.
No, it's more like Yosemite Sam, if that helps.
Okay, so then probably closer to President Taft. You know, all cryptids in West Virginia. Welcome. The MFer from Fallout 76. I mean, a lot of Fallout 76 are based, you know, as far as I know, from what I've seen of Fallout 76, is that they have a bunch of like known cryptids. I mean, I think they have the Thunderbird. Like Joseph Stalin. Also Joseph Stalin. Who else had a? There's a lot of people, famous people had mustaches that everyone talks about. You know, good old Adolf. And I don't mean good old, but like old Adolf.
Like Charlie Chaplin.
Yeah, Charlie. I mean, again, Charlie Chaplin, or sorry, Hitler, as far as I know, stole his look from Charlie Chaplin because he was a big fan, and as far as I know, that Charlie Chaplin was not a fan of him, if I remember correctly, because I think his movie The Dictator was also against him. So yeah, it's a very interesting bit of lore. But I mean, yeah, Stalin also had a pretty big mustache. Mussolini was bald. Did the Emperor Hirohito had kind of like a very... Wait, did Emperor Hirohito have a mustache?
Yes.
He did, but it was very like...
Very, very, very light, very small.
Yeah, it was a very light mustache. And then Eisenhower. Wait, it wasn't Eisenhower. It was Theodore, not Theodore. Franklin D. Roosevelt didn't have any facial hair, as far as I know. Does D have?
No.
Don, does D have stink breath? It's not.
I can't smell him over Discord if that's what you're asking, though.
I thought your smell was so good though, but I'm gonna put Sasquatch in or Sheep Squatch in C tier. So
yeah, that's what I'm putting him to. He's a
yeah.
He's got an unfortunate name. It has nothing to do with the Bigfoot lore. He's just a strange creature that appeared in one of the counties of West Virginia and just started tearing up trees and yards and stuff.
That just sounds like such a West Virginia thing, though. You know.
Mm-hmm.
That just sounds like something. Okay, next we got the Bat Squatch. Never heard of Bat Squatch. I've heard of Sheep Squatch.
That one, I'm pretty sure I have some information on him. Let me just pull directory, Bat Squatch, searching files. Got it. Okay. He's an Asian one.
Given the art, I thought he would have been Latin, like he would have been Mexican for some reason, like going back to like not even Mexican, but Guatemalan, like Camisots or something.
So the Bat Squatch is very similar to a Southeast Asian creature known as the Ahul, but it is not the Ahul because it is in Mount St. Helen.
Volcano?
Yes. Yes.
All of a sudden,
it's a bipedal bat creature with a wingspan as far as 50 feet. Jesus.
Wait, hold. 50 feet.
Over 10 feet tall.
Honestly, given 50 feet for 10 feet, that actually does sound like a plausible, because you know you'd need big wings for something like the El Bat Squatcho, yeah, El Guano Squatch. Okay, to be honest, he's unknown to me, but the way he's just like his art doesn't do him justice, because like a 10-foot bat creature with like wings.
Yeah, no, that's an easy S tier.
Yeah, that's an easy S tier. That is sick. That is near kaiju level, and coming from Mount St. Helens. Also, for some reason, I know the movie isn't based on Mount St. Helens, or maybe it is, but I was thinking of Dante's Peak, not Pink. You know, Dante's Peak, the movie. So I don't know if anyone else here has seen Dante's Peak. It's a volcano disaster movie. They were all over. They were all the rage back in the late 90s or 2000s.
Are you ready to get jiggy with it with the next one?
With the white thing? With the white thing? Yeah.
White thing.
White thing. Okay. Let's do it.
This one is an Alabama cryptid, if you don't know this one.
You know what? I was thinking it was going to be somewhere in the South. White thing. White thing. I hope we see him for White Boy Summer, for White Thing Summer. Just on his name alone, I don't see. Actually, you should go into mysterious. I don't know tier because I'm not familiar. He's going into A tier just for White Thing.
He's primate cat-like creature.
Primate, as in like the Pokemon.
Primate, as in like monkey.
Oh. I thought we were gonna.
So it's some kind of cross creature between a monkey and a cat. It may be a shapeshifter.
For some reason, it's also giving me vibes of Tau Kaka from Blaze Blue.
Ooh, yeah. Let's see here. It is Alabama's most mythical creature as of 2019.
Is Tau Kaka a furry?
Yes.
Okay, good to know. Good to know.
But the White Thing goes in A for me.
Yeah, I'm putting him in A too. The Almas. I am not familiar with the Almas.
Almas. I think that's just a variation of
Bigfoot.
But let me let's hear Almas. Search files. No. It's a variation on the Yeti. Because they are part of the Caucasus and in the Caucasus Mountains.
Ooh, the Caucasian Yeti. Wait, but they're already white. I thought Yetis were already white. Are these the whiter
and
Yetis?
These Yetis are black.
But they're Caucasian, but they're black. Are they?
I have so many jokes to make.
I do too. I have so many jokes I can make. Next we got the Yowie. I'm familiar with the Yowie. It's been a while though. This is the Australian Bigfoot.
Yep.
I'm putting him in C. I don't remember Yowie's lore specifically, but I always thought the Australian. I don't know. The Yowie I think is cooler than Bigfoot just because I wouldn't expect. Because I mean, the Australian outback is the Yowie. You would be familiar from Yowie. Listen, just because my Oshi is a huge Fujo, okay? Okay, when we're talking about a hairy ape man, would you expect? Okay, you know what? Never mind. Never mind.
Listen, I need you to understand something. I think all the phase girls are Fujos. There's no stopping that. Okay, it's not. It's
Tenma.
okay.
Tenma. Right. Well, actually, Tenma's into musclemen, so I think she likes Bara. It might be.
I'm pretty sure that's Amy that likes Bara.
Wait, Amy likes Bara? I thought that was Tenma because Bara is generally pretty buff men. Isn't it?
I thought Bara was slightly overweight dad bods.
Okay, maybe it is. Maybe I don't know if I want to go down that rabbit hole. Because I had a friend who was into Bara, who was really into Bara.
I don't need to go down this rabbit hole.
I don't need to go into. Not today. I know there was. Listen, I know. Yes, you would. I was about to say who isn't a Fujo? In phase.
Maybe the newer girls because they haven't revealed their power level yet.
I don't know. Malice strikes me as a Fujo. Malice definitely strikes me as a Fujo. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I haven't watched enough Malice, but she strikes me as like hiding her power level Fujo, and then Nitty maybe not. Wilhelmina,
Willie maybe.
Willie maybe. I could see her, fully armored night on night. Nitty isn't a Fujo. She's already a girly girl romance person. She is.
Nitty is a girly girl. I love watching Nitty when she starts like oozing.
I mean, DC's interesting because she's both a girly girl, but like she likes a lot of boyish things. She likes Titanic and Twilight. Man, we could go back to the early 2010s and make fun of Twilight, but I honestly, given certain romance novels today from women, I think Twilight, I feel bad for making fun of Twilight. It was such a low-hanging fruit that no one.
I do not. That book was terrible. That book was awful.
Listen. I just happen to know a lot of women, including my sister.
Listen,
who liked it.
I had to read the book first, just because my parents were like, "Your sister wants to read this book." I'm like, "Okay, you should read it first, so we know if it's good for her." I'm like, "Okay." I sat down and I read it, and my parents know I can power read a book. I can power read a book, and unfortunately, it was awful. It was the story made no sense. It was convoluted. There was unnecessary parts to it. My parents were like, "So should you want to go?" Yeah, there's nothing bad in here. It's just terribly written.
Listen, I let people indulge in most of their guilty pleasures. But Willie's more Yuri than Fujo. Really, that is surprising.
Really,
I didn't expect that from. Malice is in the same boat as Ntia. I'd say Sinon is might be a Fujo, but
no.
That where do you even begin with that woman?
Yeah, I can't tell which one it was. Our Seisho Siren.
I thought Leah and Hime were crazy, were like off the charts. Sinon is a new breed entirely. She's in a wait. Have you seen the infamous Willy BB collab? Is that the one where
yes
BB says
that
it's
she's so
into,
good.
Okay, I need to actually fully watch that as a VOD sometime. But
you should not. You should not. If you do, headphones.
Oh, you think I direct all the sound right into my eardrums, when I'm doing this. So next we have the what does BB say? BB is into crystalline figures. She I think last I recalled she's sexually attracted to Reggie Ice.
Yes.
So if you're a crystal man, if you're a shard mind from D&D,
I'm in, bros. I'm in.
Or if you're you know what? I bet you anything that Chromastone and Diamond Head. What's the other? The Petrosapian from Ben 10. would
I've got the Diamond Head freaking cosplay. I'm in, boys.
All right, he's in. He's going full Diamond Head. I mean, Diamond Head's pretty sick, but let's not.
If I get that BB meet and greet, I'm in. I'm going.
All right, next we got speaking of Nitty, we got Nitawo. We got Ginger.
The Nituo. I can't even pronounce this one right.
Yeah, I can't either.
This is the Sri Lanka Yeti.
Oh, and he's Ginger?
It was originally part of a very small, very even tinier tribe in that general area. Originally in a country called I'm gonna pronounce this wrong, but it's Kailan or Ceylan. It's Ceylon.
Interesting.
But it's now Sri Lanka.
So she should put Reggie Ice in a jar. I don't know. That would be probably a pretty big jar, unless Pokemon sizes are pretty weird. So, like, I don't know if BB is technically taller than Reggie Ice. I don't remember Reggie Ice's height.
But that's another D tier for me. Because again, it's like okay.
It's a
There's nothing
Yeti.
that impressive about it.
Next we got the Yerin.
I believe that's another Yeti variant. Let's see here.
Yerin.
No, not Aaron.
Yerin Yeager.
It's exact. As when Yerin, you're like, do you mean Aaron Yeager? No, I don't mean Aaron Yeager.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with the Yerin. It seems
okay. It's not. I'm wrong. It's also known as the Chinese wild man. It's a primate living in the mountains of China. It has reddish brown hair. It has a large jaw.
The first male talent in Face Connect. And he's just waiting for his debut.
That's where I'm going, boys. That's where I'm going.
You're bored though. This is a wild ape man. Is the Beast Titan a Yeti? I mean, not really wide enough. No, that'll be me. Yeah, okay. They're not. Again, we've talked about this when people were joking about me getting into phase, which is never happening. They're not letting a rooster into the hen house. Okay, they're not letting a rooster into the hen house. This tier list looking like a bathtub curb. They're not letting a rooster into the hen house. Okay. All right. Next we got the Orang Pendek, which is it looks like just an orangutan, or it looks like it's just like a chimp, but it looks like it belongs in a L'Oreal commercial.
I have nothing on this one.
Yeah, I've heard of this one before, but I don't the lore surrounding it I've got nothing on. So I'm gonna put it in D. We got the Wood Woes, and we've got a very silly looking medieval. I love these medieval paintings so much.
So the Wood Woes is, I'm not sure if it's actually a cryptid or not. It's the story of the wild man in the woods.
Oh.
It is of course a famous medieval story of a man being raised by animals in the forest, and then he acts as like the guardian of the forest.
Isn't there's a lot of those, isn't there?
There is.
All right, I'm putting him. You know what? Just because the painting is silly, and I love, I'll make fun of medieval paintings, but I genuinely do love them because they have so much character in them. The European medieval paintings have so much character in them, especially like seeing the knights fighting giant snails. Also paintings of. It's interesting because I think there are different eras of medieval painting, but I remember certain dragons. You'll see dragons that were like really big, and other times they're about the size of a pug. Fascinating medieval paintings, especially because it encompasses pretty much all of Europe, are very fascinating. I love old country art, and by old country I mean like the old hemisphere, the eastern hemisphere. All right, yep. We got Agagwe. I'm not familiar with Agagwe.
The Agagwe is it's a creature spotted in the Congo originally, in the jungles of East Africa in the 1900s by Captain William Hitchens. Let's see here. What makes him important?
I'm familiar with, and he's probably on this list, but there's another one from the Congo.
It is short. It's short, so it's 2 to 5 feet tall. It has human features. It has odd, characteristically long arms, rusty-colored hair over the entire body. Its feet are long for some reason, like extra long for its body.
Not big, but long.
Yeah, like too long for its body, and it has sharp canine-like teeth. Okay.
Interesting. I wonder, like, how long are we talking about actually, no, I don't want to. This is going to be misconstrued of me being interested in feet. I was thinking about what could, you know what? Let's move on to the Kandahar giant. I don't know if this is the one I'm thinking of, but the Kandahar giant. I know there are many stories about giant men across the world who had red hair and were just absolutely massive.
Unfortunately for you, I have a lot of stories on giants. I have to lower.
Yeah,
it
there's
down
a lot
here.
of giants. There's a lot of giants. I am not a foot person. Tail. Is Don an SCP Foundation member or Secret Saturday? I mean, he strikes me more as a Secret Saturday character. I could see him being on the Secret Saturdays. To be perfectly honest.
Yeah, probably. I listen. When I was a young man, my friends. My white friends wanted to go off into the various weird haunted areas. They would bring me along because as the only non-white there, I was the one going, "Nope, we ain't doing that. Let's leave."
Well, and how did they end up? Did you ever see them again?
Well, after we stopped hanging out, I didn't see a lot of them ever.
Yeah. Also, for some reason, you're when you're saying you're the only non-white one. For some reason, I started thinking of the Ghost Puncher story. The Ghost Puncher story. That's a good one. That's about a Hispanic gym bro who was haunted, but was punched ghosts.
Wait! I do know this story. I do know the story of the giant of Kandahar. It's in my army folder.
Oh.
So the giant of Kandahar is from 2002 in Afghanistan. It's a 12 to 15 foot tall humanoid creature that purportedly was seen and attacked a U.S. Army squad.
This is the Afghanistan one, isn't it?
A routine.
Is this the one in Afghanistan or Iraq?
Yep, Afghanistan.
Oh, yeah,
this
is the one I'm thinking of. Yeah, this is the one I'm thinking of too.
I'm sitting here. I'm like, why is this in my army folder?
Yeah, this one's cool. I'm putting in the A tier. Kandahar Giant's a really fascinating story. The voice of reason, the minority. Yeah. I mean, it's interesting because it sounds like Dawn is the inverse of me, where all of my friends, because I'm a white monster, they were always, especially my Hispanic friends, were always like, let's go to a haunted house and everything. And I was the scared white, despite being a monster, despite also being like the tallest and stuff. Actually, no, I wasn't the tallest then. I had to grow into it. It was the inverse for me, but that's because listen. It's one of those things about being a monster where everyone thinks you're scary and like it's one of those. I'm one of those natural subversions where I look scary, but I'm in some cases a big. You know what? Why am I telling you all this? Why am I telling you all this? You're going to use it against me. Leave me alone. Let's go back to the Kandahar Giant. Dawn, take us away before I keep digging myself more holes.
Okay, we have the Ebu Gogo.
That's just a Neanderthal, I think, right? Or like,
it's some kind of creature that was found in Indonesia.
Doesn't strike me as very Indonesian looking. He looks like he's maybe
Flores. What the heck? Where's Flores? Yeah, Flores, Indonesia. Yeah.
I guess I could. He doesn't strike me as Indonesian. He doesn't.
Yeah, they're like large, slightly misshapen humanoid people. They have flat noses, broad faces, large mouths, hairy bodies. Females had long, pendulous breasts. I don't know why that's in this thing.
Wait, what? Okay, hold on. What? Pendulous? What? What do you mean pendulous?
They had, long. They had saggy boobs. Does that help?
But like when you that doesn't sound. Okay, hold on. When you saggy is one thing. Pendulous is that's describing a pendulum. So that's describing that those things were always in motion. Like we're talking next level just jiggle physics.
Listen, if you look on my Twitter, I have a clip of me playing the latest scene with my gun in Girls from Frontline 2. Boobs like that.
You mean like Dizzy's?
Boobs like that. I have never seen, probably. Actually, no. I've been told Dizzy's are surprisingly perky.
Yeah, they are. I mean, Minnesota Iceman, Minnesota Iceman, Minnesota Iceman, Minnesota Iceman, Minnesota Iceman. Dizzy's aren't pendulous.
Minnesota.
You've not seen the 1 hour Dissin. You even have Dissin has a clip on it. You've not seen the 1 hour Dizzy jiggle stream. Okay. You don't know about Peak. Okay. You don't know about Dizzy. You don't know about Mount Jokero's Twin Peaks. Okay. You shut your mouth, tail. You shut your mouth. You shut your mouse hole.
Yeah. There's also the Lumi talking about the first time she touched them. That's a.
Yeah. Wait, I thought that was. You know, let's go on to the Minnesota Iceman. Let's go on to the Minnesota Iceman.
The Minnesota Iceman is do you know this one at all?
It's one of those things where it vaguely rings a bell, but I can't put any lore to the name.
The Minnesota Iceman is it's a carnival thing, honestly.
It is.
It was something that was brought around the Midwest in Canada. Along carnivals, it was a cadaver frozen in a block of ice found in Minnesota. It was human-like, but not human. It had hairy, large hands, dark brown hair, a flattened nose. One of its arms appeared to be broken. One of its eyes was knocked out of its socket.
Oh.
There were bullet holes in it as well, in the head.
Oh, that's in a whole block of ice?
Yeah.
It's a good thing he's in there and we're out here, and he's the sheriff, and he's in there and we're out there and he's the sheriff. No one's gonna get that reference.
This was a something that was brought around when oddity carnival style stuff was still a thing.
Those sort of things. That's
but this was just like a cadaver that was not entirely human looking.
I love that word. That is such a good word to describe a body, a cadaver. I love the word cadaver. Cadaver.
Very good one.
It's a very good word. Like I don't know, there's something about like corpse that is so dreadful, but like cadaver just it's also dreadful. Cadaver's dreadful, but it's also got like, I don't know, it's got like some sort of intrigue and intimidation factor, like almost like something is still sort of alive, whereas a corpse is truly dead. But a cadaver still has some sort of power to it. Next we got the Monkey Man of Delhi.
Wait, before we what's interesting about the Minnesota Iceman is the Smithsonian almost bought it.
They probably would have lost it.
The Smithsonian loses crap all the time, apparently. Yeah,
that's what I've learned about the Smithsonian, is that they like, even though they have a huge collection, they apparently lose a lot of stuff. Like despite being...
people just take things home.
Yeah.
Like, what happened to that mummy's heart? Oh, Jan took it home.
Yeah, just people taking it home from like one of the biggest American archival museums. Just taking people home, and then when people ask for evidence, well, we lost it. The Monkey Man of Delhi isn't. So Delhi's the capital of India, isn't it?
Yes. So the Monkey Man of Delhi is a aggressive, mean, and very feared creature in Delhi. It apparently
that just sounds like monkeys, though.
Terrorized this.
That just sounds like monkeys.
Yeah, it is a large Bigfoot-like creature. It wore a metal helmet. It had pants, and it made its own metal claws.
What? This just went from this is probably just an abnormally large monkey living in India, Because I mean, there's a whole bunch of monkey species in India.
Yeah, no.
To what now I'm like, we went from, oh, this is probably another Bigfoot, maybe it has a monkey tail, like it's actual monkey, not an ape, to, oh no, now it has fashioned, apparently it has metallurgical skills or has been stealing metal to turn itself into, you know, a real threat. I mean, granted, monkeys are already kind of a real threat, but
it apparently terrorized New Delhi in the early 2000s. So
what the heck, man? Okay, I'm putting him in A tier just because I want to know more. Because once you started bringing in the metal helmet, I was like, okay, wait, this is going somewhere different. This is going somewhere different from the other apes. Like we're going to Spring Hill Jack territory here. Devil monkey.
Yeah. There's also a really good Bollywood film on it. So.
Ooh, okay. I forgot Bollywood films existed for a moment. But devil monkey.
Devil Monkey. Do I have anything on Devil Monkey?
Also, fun fact, Nigeria also has its own Hollywood. It's called Nollywood, as far as I remember. Demonstrous.
I have like one line on the Devil Monkeys.
Do you know about John Pork? Are you related to John Pork?
I'm not related to John Pork.
Understandable. So I don't know anything about the devil monkey. To be honest, that doesn't really narrow it down. I know there's a lot of monkeys, especially in India, or is it Thailand? I think I'm thinking of Thailand, where there's monkeys that are just really.
United States. It's country. United States, the forest of the U.S., specifically in the Pacific Northwest. It is supposedly a group of aggressive man-eating baboons.
See, you didn't need to add man. I guess you did need to add man-eating, because I know baboons are already kind of aggressive. As far as I know, baboons are really super aggressive.
Yeah.
So I guess the man-eating wasn't. I mean, baboons are pretty threatening. Like, I would not want to mess with them. Like, if there's any sort of monkey I would not want to deal with, it would probably be a baboon. They're mean. They are very, very mean. So
yeah, but that's all I have on it. I was like, okay.
I mean, I guess you could describe a baboon as a devil monkey to begin with. Ask him if he knows about crispy bacon. Well, do you?
I prefer my bacon chewy.
Understandable. Chew bacon. He's
bacon.
Chew bacon. Not related to Chewbacca. Chew bacon. Spiny-backed chimpanzee. This seems like obviously what it is on the tin, where it's. To be honest, this could just, like, you could say that, like, monkeys and chimpanzees are aggressive creatures. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. I mean, some chimps can be pretty chill, but, like, out in the wild, chimps are pretty, you know. In water, chimps will drown. And I love Most Extreme Animals. Love that show. Do cryptids say cryptids if they're real, like the giant squid? Then I think they become actual zoological creatures, because the giant squid was a cryptid for the longest time. And gorillas. Certain gorillas. So.
Yeah.
Tasmanian tiger, I think, also could be, like, it was a real creature, but there have been sightings, or at least there was sightings of it. So, spiny-backed chimpanzee, I don't know anything about, and plus, this could be like.
I have very little on it.
Yeah, I mean, it also doesn't seem all that. I mean, a chimpanzee with spikes kind of sounds like a Pokemon, to be honest.
It's just a chimpanzee with spikes that some Navy officer saw in, like, the late 90s. That's all I have in the Congo.
That doesn't sound like, when you say spiny back, like spikes, it could just be it had like a weird hair thing going on. It doesn't sound all that fascinating to me.
It's not very cool. It's clearly a D tier at best.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you know, I'm putting in D tier in the lowest D tier. There's just not much to it. I mean, chimps can be pretty fascinating, but there's nothing else about this. Okay, we got the. What is your favorite? What is your favorite of the great apes? Mine is gorillas. I think silverback gorillas are really cool.
I like orangutans.
Orangutans are pretty sweet. I love what's his name? That one orangutan who was actually like a pretty chill dude, broke out of his enclosure and just hung out with humans. And he was not hostile to anyone except another orangutan who he threw rocks at. Like, he would break out of his pen to throw rocks at. I know Count Nicola did sort of a video on him. An orangutan that drives. Oh yeah, that one orangutan who's like, I don't even know if it's a real video, but the orangutan who
drove around in that golf cart. Yeah.
Yeah. We got the Deloy's ape. The Deloy's ape.
So this is a confirmed hoax.
Okay. I think I've seen this picture before. I can't remember this, but yeah, D tier.
This was some French guy in South America essentially made a spider monkey that looked like it was 5 feet tall.
Oh, okay.
That's all he did. I was like, okay.
Man, you'd think they'd get more interesting with some of these hoaxes, you know? You think they would get way more interesting?
Nope. Like we like there's a few interesting like I said a lot
of the Japanese ones are more interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah. Well, that's interesting because it's a monkey man that's using metal. This one's just a spider monkey that they elongated. Man, that's the thing. What about, yeah, like, I mean, at least with because we were talking about yokai. There's yokai that are far more interesting than that. In fact, some of the carnival, like the mermaid ones, the mermaids are way more interesting than just like, way more interesting and creative than just like an elongated ape or funky monkey. Hey dudes, it's me, Funky Kong.
Well, we're going back to Mexico with the next one though.
Ooh, okay, I like that. I like Mexican cryptids. I'm a big fan of Mesoamerican mythology.
Here's the Metepec creature, which
looks like an
alien. Memory serves you right, is Mexico's alien.
Oh, it's a true Alamo. I love him. Is he just the white boy? Is he the white boy Alamo?
He's the illegal alien of Mexico. Right?
Okay, well, he's obviously going into S tier. He's going in. Wait. Okay, here's the question. So if he's from outer space, so he's already an illegal alien. If he crossed the border, would he be a double illegal alien? Like, what if he just went around the world? Like, he's stuck now, and he's like, you know what? I'm already here. I'm just going to cross all of these borders illegally, like every border illegally. And then they have to figure out, like, how would they deport this guy though? How would they, like, would they have to shoot him back into space, or like, is he just going to be detained in Area 51 for all of time?
Elon Musk has the answer to that, doesn't he?
He might. I don't know, but like, this is
SpaceX is right there.
I mean, true. I mean, we you know what? Or is this like it's like the opposite of ET phone, like ET phones home, where they're trying to get, like, all the government officials are trying to get, ET to study him. Instead, now we have an alien where they're like, no, we want to get him so we can, like, send him back into space where he belongs.
Where he belongs.
Unless, also at the same time,
go back to your home.
Yeah, go back. Wait, where would he? I guess they wouldn't even know where his home would be. So, okay, I kind of just want, see, now I want that to be a movie. Now I want that to be a movie about an alien, like an actual outer space alien, lands in Mexico, then crosses the Mexican border illegally, and then crosses the US-Canadian border illegally, and then crosses back into Alaska, then crosses over to Russia illegally, and then basically, like, he keeps crossing borders, right? So they have to figure out where to, like, all of the governments of the world have to come together to figure out where to deport this one single alien. And then he ends up back in Mexico, right? He ends up back in Mexico, and he starts a dive bar.
He starts a dive bar. That's the part.
He starts a dive bar. He starts a dive bar in Guadalajara or something.
Okay, and not Guadalupe. Guadalajara.
Not Guadalupe. Guadalajara.
Okay.
Or maybe Juarez. Listen, I'm trying to remember a bunch of my Mexican cities off the top of my head. Okay, like, a lot of them start with the ones that I remember. The ones that I remember start with G. Didn't he get bitten by some guy in Congress? Wait. I thought that was a duende, not an alien. I thought that was a duende.
They'll dissect him. They already dissected him. It ended up being dead by.
Do you know the lore of Superman from God and Monsters? Oh yeah, I do remember that, where he's actually he was actually made to be the son of General Zod, and I think he landed in a U.S. military base. I think the interesting thing about Superman is technically he's what's considered a foundling, so he's technically legal because he was found by, like he doesn't have any parents. It's a really fascinating thing, but like, yeah, like I don't know why, but like I don't know why. To be honest, I don't know why this alien, this metapet creature would just be crossing borders. I feel like, you know, it's something I think about like with alien like crop circles, where it's like I feel like that's not made like it's made by aliens who are like drunk alien like hillbillies, or like, you know, we're talking about a super advanced civilization. I think this is my opinion. I think crop circles are the equivalent of cow tipping, or TP.
I have been all over the world. Doesn't matter how advanced a civilization is, drunk teenage kids, okay?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that crop circles are just like egging the kin of egging someone's house, just with super advanced technology. Like that's what I think crop circles are. I don't even think they're hoaxes. I just think they are just like alien civilizations, like either teenagers or just drunk young adults, just being like, let's make these crop circles. Let's just throw a bunch of crop circles on the out there. And scare the
It'll be fun, man. Come on.
It'll be fun. Aliens are real. Sweary. Yeah, Superman's name in God and Monsters is Hernan Guerra. Was it? I thought he was meant to be Russian, but I might be thinking of, because most of my God and Monsters was from the animated TV, the animated movie that they did. That's Red Sun. Oh yeah, that is Red Sun. Yeah, no, that's Red Sun. But that was Red Sun. Which is, well, I guess, you know, because I'm going off the God and Monsters movie where it's Batman is actually is closer to Man-Bat, an actual vampire. Cryptid Batman would be a cool concept. I mean, they kind of did that with God and Monsters, where he is actually Kurt Langstrom, Man-Bat, and then Wonder Woman in that was from Apocalypse, or was she from? What was the opposite of Apocalypse?
The new
gods. Yeah, it was New Genesis. Yeah. It was New Genesis. But I don't know. I guess my idea of just like, I guess my idea is that the metapet creature, the whole reason he landed on Earth was just because he's drunk, and his whole like border hopping, country hopping scheme is just him being drunk, and that's why he ends up in a dive bar and selling space tequila.
Yeah, I've been there. I also took a year off to backpack through Europe drunk and high.
Were you okay? Did you end up okay? Well, you know what? Good on you.
I came back to the church after that, actually. Yes.
Oh well, congratulations. But what is Mapinguari?
So the Mapinguari is really interesting. The Mapinguari, it's a Brazilian cryptid. It's an Amazonian shaman who discovered the key to immortality.
Ooh, I like this. I like this. This one has actual lore besides just being an ape man. So, thanks for stopping by, Sean. Have a great one.
He angered the gods and was punished for this. So they transformed his body from a human into that of a wandering hairy beast. So he would have to go and wander the jungles of the Amazon for the rest of his life, unable to properly enjoy his ill-begotten long life that he refused to
coded. Very Cain-coded. I like that. You know, the myths of Cain being, you know, Cain the first murderer, not legacy of Cain, or Cain from, you know, Amazing Digital Circus, but the ideas of Cain being, after killing Abel, was sort of granted immortality and became, you know, that sort of Cain. But I like that. I like that. That's fascinating. I'm gonna put him in A tier because I like that story. He's
an easy A tier because of just the background on him.
Yeah, see, a lot of the lore is a lot of what sells a lot of these cryptids. That for me, it is their lore. You know,
like I said, like a lot like I said, I don't like a lot of Bigfoot variants because there's no lore behind them. It's just like, there's a creature. I'm like okay, anything there? No.
Yeah, I want the folklore. Right. I want the folklore. I want it to tell me more about the area that it's from and the local culture. You know, I want that's what I want. The Dover demon. I remember the Dover demon. It's the other demon besides the Jersey Devil I guess that's devil, not demon. But
Yeah, so
I don't know the
Dover
Dover Demon's
Demon-
lore.
okay, the Dover Demon is a Massachusetts cryptid. There was a big scare
bulbous head.
of these creatures in the 70s. They have gray alien-like features.
Very bulbous.
Eyes that grow orange. It's naked apparently all the time.
I mean, how many of these cryptids are naked? I feel like that doesn't really narrow it down. I feel like most of these cryptids do not wear clothes, except maybe the monkey man.
The monkey man of New Delhi wore clothes. He got himself pants.
He got pants that were surprisingly not metal, but you know what? Fair enough.
But apparently, it's not an alien. It's not a UFO. Apparently, that's what they say. But But there's no real lore behind it. It's just people saw this weird creature one day.
It's probably one of mine.
a large group in the 70s.
Well, it was the 70s.
From the I think early 70s to late 70s, I believe. But like, there's no lore behind it. I'm like, okay, that's it. You just
see, this is the one where there's no lore actually works for it though. Compared to the other Sasquatches, the other hominids, it's like, okay, it's another hominid. This one not having any lore, it's just being this weird bulbous creature. That is part of, I think, yeah, it just shows up and disappears. See, that adds to a mystery. That adds to a mystery, and it's not like anything there. So I think having no lore in this case actually helps it out, because it just appears. I'm gonna put that in A tier just because that is mystery incarnate. I like that. For
me, it's like okay, but where did it go after the 70s?
Yeah, where did it go? But that's another mystery. That's part of the mystery. Next we have, this is one I'm not familiar with, but I like the image and I like the name, the Grunch Road Monster.
Grunch Road. That sounds familiar. Do I have that?
Grunch sounds like it would be a type of candy bar. Like a crunch bar, but it's a grunch bar. It's like a grungy candy. Well, that doesn't sound very appetizing, actually.
Let's see here. Grunch Road Monster. That's in my Chupacabra folder.
Ooh, let's go there.
Okay. It is so Grunch Road Monster. This is a chupacabra that was sighted in New Orleans. The reptilian chupacabra. Okay, cool.
But isn't
unlike its? Yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say a lot of saying the reptilian chupacabra. The pictures of chupacabra are already kind of reptilian.
I know, but you have some that have for some reason started using the mange one for some reason.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
This was first sighting is unknown, but can be cited as far back as 1763. Jesus.
So wait, doesn't that predate the chupacabra then?
I don't know if that predates it, but apparently it's been in the New Orleans area since before the founding of America.
So then the native peoples there, or I guess who was living in if it was before the founding, then there was probably a tribe that was living there. I mean, Oh, swear. What do you mean, swear? What do you mean, But also, hi. I don't know if I said hi, sweary. I mean, sort of. Oh, are you talking about like the chupacabra? This being before the chupacabra? I lived there. Oh, you're a new. Wait, are you Cajun? Swear, are you Cajun? Are you a Cajun? Cajun? Are you a swamp French? The American swamp French? Oh, interesting. Okay. I don't know anything about this creature. I should put him in the note here, but I'm going to be honest. I just think he sounds really cool and he looks cool. And I like his name, the Grunch Road Monster.
Yeah, the last sighting of him was in 2007, apparently.
Oh, that was
not that long ago.
Not that long ago. I mean, it is in the scheme of our lives, but yeah. Old Green Eyes. Old Green Eyes. This is a fascinating one. I've never heard of Old Green Eyes.
Old Green Eyes. Do I have any Green Eyes? I don't think I do.
No, wait a minute. Hold on. Old Green Eyes. No, I'm digging into my neural archives, my brain, and
I don't have anything on this one.
Yeah, I don't have anything, but it sounds extremely, extremely vaguely familiar. That I've heard of Old Green Eyes somewhere. But I got nothing. But the Frank Shaw's gargoyle. I feel like I've heard of a gargoyle cryptid, but I don't know if this is the Frank Shaw's one.
I don't know what the difference is between the Frank Shaws and like the other depictions of gargoyles, because the gargoyles are there to scare away
Protect the church, yeah.
protect the church and scare away
Like real
evil
monsters.
spirits, essentially. Let's see here. Frank Shaw's gargoyle.
Wait, has there been a gargoyle VTuber?
I'm sure
probably
there
has,
is
right?
one.
There must be one.
There's a weeping angel feature.
Yeah, I know
assume
about
it'd be a
her.
gargoyle.
I think I don't remember her name, but I'm gonna put Frank Shaw's gargoyle because I'm a big fan of Disney's gargoyle, just in S tier, because gargoyles are cool. My favorite gargoyle being Brooklyn, and then probably Goliath.
Let's see here. Frank Shaw was a NASA archivist in 1986, ran
NASA.
into a gargoyle-like creature.
We got some lore. We got some lore on Old Green Eyes from Felix. He says he's a ghost or demon of some kind that supposedly haunts a Civil War battlefield. When I saw him, when I saw the version of him from Wartime Stories, I compared him to Elliot from Girls Frontline. I've still not played Girls Frontline. I've seen a lot of ads for it, but that sounds cool. I like interesting.
See, the number one ad you should do is just watch the video I posted. Me playing.
All
the
right,
game.
fine. I'll do that. that.
It's 30 seconds long. And they'll go, how do I get this character? She's the current banner character. So now it's
Wait. Didn't 2B make a cameo in there, like as a guest character?
that's Nicky, I believe.
Oh, that's Nick. Okay, I'm getting my Nick and my Girls Frontline confused because all I remember.
Girls Frontline is a tactical RPG.
Okay, I'm getting Nikkei. I'm getting my Nikkei and my Blue Archives and my Girls Frontline and all of that. That was Nikkei, but DP. Wait, I think I know who you're talking about. The DP12 Helen looks like. I think I know who the one you're talking about that looks like Dizzy. I do remember that one.
Yes, that is the video I posted, by the way.
Fair enough. Also, what is the Enfield horror? That again, some of these are just they're scraping the surface of my brain, but I can't put lore to their names.
God, a name like that's gonna be so hard to search the files here. Enfield or let's just use Enfield.
Gosh, I feel like you're the Pigman equivalent of what was his name? Like, was it Art Bell who was the sort of paranormal cryptid alien?
I've been doing cryptid panels for almost a decade.
Oh, interesting.
This is my tism.
Fair enough. You know what? It's a great tip.
This is my tism, essentially.
Is it Art Bell? Is that his name? Is it Art Bell? He was like a famous radio host who talked about like cryptids and aliens. Paranormal
Yes.
Bros, where are you at? Well, this is the stream for you. Like, I'm a big cryptid fan, but apparently Dawn has me beaten here. Apparently, I'm learning a lot too, because there's, and even having
I love the history of cryptids and folklore.
Yeah, it's
and
so awesome.
All those things. It like so whenever there's a cryptid with no history, I'm like, ugh, and I kind of move on. But if there's history and there's stuff there, I'm like, ooh, what's this? What's this?
Yeah. Oh,
Let's see here. Enfield horror. 1970s cryptid in Illinois. It's some kind of creature associated with strange lights, phantom black panthers, and thunderbirds.
Whoa, we're bringing up the Thunderbird already. Wow.
Let's see here.
I think isn't the Thunderbird sort of like a trio of like certain cryptids? There's the underwater panther, and then another.
Yeah, this is one of them that's associated with it. This is a creature that had 3 legs on it, a short body, 2 little short arms, 2 pink eyes, and stood 4.5 feet tall, grayish color. It was trying to break into the house of a man. He shot his pistol at it. He hit it multiple times, and it didn't move.
Yeah, that sounds like it's probably come from somewhere where I live in the peripheral worlds. It sounds like a little monstrous creature, a little creature. I'm gonna put him up there because I vibe with him. He probably wasn't. He probably was just lost looking for help, and then he got shot at because he's a 3-legged monster.
B tier. I need to go further into this. This is just part of the Thunderbird series. So I'm like, okay.
Ooh,
like I have kind of cryptids in cryptids here.
Cryptids. You might say you are encrypted cryptids.
The Grafton monster.
The Grafton monster. Okay, I've heard of the Grafton monster. I think it's in Fallout 76, isn't it?
I believe so. Yeah. It's one. Yeah, it's one of them, and it's another West Virginia monster.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I know this is a white monster like me, except it's probably different. But the Grafton monster, I'm drawing a blank on some of the details about the Grafton monster. I'm drawing a blank.
As far as we know, the Grafton is docile.
Okay.
It has never attacked anyone. There has been multiple sightings of it in
Just a
the
guy.
50s and 60s. Pretty much. He tends to just hang out in the woods. There was a big push to find and capture the monster in the early 60s after a radio host declared he would pay money if anyone had any proof.
Grafton monster. He just seems. You know what? The Grafton monster just kind of reminds me of the Hodag.
He just hangs out.
He's just a cool guy.
Body.
I'm putting him in B just because he's chill. You know.
He's a chill guy. He goes up in B.
Yeah. He doesn't seem like He doesn't seem like he's bothering anyone. Just hanging out in the woods.
Now is this next one a cousin of yours?
It could be. I don't remember hearing about the Bremerton monstrosity. This is a new one to me. The one after the Mongolian Deathworm, I have a lot to say about because the Mongolian Deathworm's really cool. But the Bremerton monstrosity, that's a new one. That's an entirely new one to me.
That is a Pacific Northwest cryptid, if I remember correctly.
Really? I would have thought that it would have been, given the name, the Bremerton, I would have thought it would have been like Ireland or England, you know?
No, if I remember correctly, it's a sea cryptid.
Oh,
I want to say either.
It's from
I want to
Southeast
say
Asia.
Washington State.
Oh, wait, is it from Seattle? We're talking about a Seattle monster here?
Let's see here.
Because if so, I'll probably put him in D tier.
Nope. I'm dead wrong. Dead wrong.
Oh.
No, I am right. Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm confused because the victim in this is named Virginia. So I was like, no, I'm dead wrong. I'm like, I pull up the file. No, I am right.
I love stuff like that. Okay, it's like the horse he named out on Friday. That's a good one. Okay, no one. Yeah, that would be confusing too.
So, yeah, 1948, Virginia Staples. She lived in Bremerton, Washington State. It's a town that's surrounded by water on 3 sides.
Ooh, okay, that already sounds very interesting.
This was the peak of World War II. There were lots of residents there. The apartment where I lived had a gigantically huge basement. The huge apartment houses were close together. They all had basements, and they were all in old buildings. There were huge holes in the walls.
Okay, perfect for cryptid. We're getting into
for
cryptid
the adjoining
territory.
buildings. The apartment house manager used to tell me that there's rumored there was a passage to the water. So supposedly, because of these giant holes and access to the water, this creature got into her apartment. In one of the huge holes in the basement, there stood a thing. It was horrible. It stood 5 feet tall. The creature was as tall as I was. It had bright orange colored body, little spidery thin legs, and antenna on its head. It kept moving back in and out. That thing started towards me. I backed out of the basement and got up out of my apartment, and I packed all of my things and I moved. I was so scared. I moved over to Seattle to my cousins.
I don't think he's related to me. He's a manlet. He's a monsterlet. So
yeah, he's short, but he's got spider legs and apparently some kind of aquatic creature. That's what I have here.
I mean, I have some aquatic history. I'm putting him in the mystery tier. I'm not. I mean, the design
put him as a
design.
C.
Yeah, he sounds neat, but like it's a manlet. Like I'm not really interested. But this next one, the Mongolian Deathworm, I love this one, especially because I feel like this one could especially be real. So the Mongolian Deathworm is really interesting because think about it. If you think about like worms, you probably think of or worms that travel through the sand. Everyone probably goes to Dune, right? With the Arrakis and their giant sandworms. But before there was that, there was the Mongolian Deathworm. Now, as far as I know, records of the Mongolian Deathworm don't have it to be like as big as the sandworms from Dune, which are like bigger than whales, right? But the Mongolian Deathworm is it's not all that big. I think it's only about as big as, I would say probably about as big as my leg or lower or upper leg. But what's interesting about the Mongolian deathworm, as far as my knowledge knows, it lives out in the Gobi Desert. So we're talking like a proper desert. If there's a desert, most people when they think of like a desert that is, mostly sand, is probably the Sahara, but the Gobi comes pretty close. The Gobi Desert comes very close. And there's a lot of dunes in the Gobi Desert. There's also some interesting plants in the Gobi Desert, which have been eaten by certain creatures, and I think they have an interesting, they have a high acid content in their roots, if I'm remembering correctly. The interesting about the Mongolian deathworm is that, in its defense, how it attacks people is that it transmits an electric shock, but that electric shock seems to come from a sort of spit.
Wow. Okay.
This is as far as I remember. So it's possible that, when I was watching a cryptid documentary by a guy who was talking about Mongolian deathworms and their lore and their history, it's very possible that this thing was sort of almost spitting like a type of battery acid, like a very conductive acid that both burned and electrocuted when it came in contact with the air, which is very fascinating. And honestly, it's something that I could believe that there is a creature like that. That is a Mongolian deathworm. I'm putting in S tier because even though it's not like the most imposing monster, it's not the most imposing cryptid, right? And it's small. It's not that big, but it is the grandfather of all worms, as far as I know. It's the grandfather of all sort of wormish monsters, right?
Yep.
And it has a lot of cool lore. As far as I know, there are people in Mongolia who have cited it, and we're talking about we're talking about people who don't live in the cities, but more so are very nomadic, who live in, traditional yurts, who live near the desert. Mongolian deathworm, love my Mongolian deathworm, but also I'm a big fan of Mongolia in general. I think Mongolia is cool, especially if you're a dinosaur kid. There's a lot of fossils you can find in Mongolia. Mongolia is cool, and also, it's where Genghis Khan is from, and I love Mongolia. Mongolia is cool. I like Mongolia.
Any mice cryptids? I don't know of any mice cryptids, too.
There is. I have strong vermophobia, so I immediately hate it. Oh, then we're not getting any mice cryptids. So, but this one maybe because you are Hispanic, and I guess I'm throwing out. This is the minhacao.
So to properly say this, you would need to go and speak Portuguese.
Oh, it's Portuguese? I thought it was going to be Nahuatl or something. Oh, okay. You know what?
But
fine. Okay, wait. Okay, hold on. I have Latam. Wait, do we have any Brazilian demongles? Do we have any Brazilian? I swear we had at least one Brazilian demongrel. I'm forgetting you. I'm sorry.
So this is a Brazilian cryptid. It's an earthworm-like cryptid. It supposedly exists in the forests of South America. It resembles a giant worm with scaly black skin. It has a really visible mouth and a pair of tentacle-like structures protruding from its head.
Okay, I like that.
Supposedly, this thing goes back as far as the Cretaceous period. So it is supposedly a cryptid that has lasted since the dinosaur age. It used to be able to go in water, but has since lost that ability through evolution.
Oh, so we're not even talking about a single creature, but possibly multiple species. Oh. Mm-hmm. It's not a deathworm. It's not a Mongolian deathworm cup. Also, sorry about this. I will be right back. Mind keeping my demongrels busy.
I will keep everyone.
Yeah, if you have any more, share. I will be right back. Rocky is neatly my kitchen.
Sure,
So
no
be
problem.
right back, everyone.
I'm gonna move that over to C for me personally.
Yeah.
Anyone have anything they're looking for specifically? I might have something off the top of my head.
And I'm back. I'm back.
Welcome
Vermophobia
back.
is a fear of worms. I would not. Every time I think of the word vermin, maybe it's just because Skaven, but I think of vermin as like rats or related to rats.
I'm trying to.
Oh, we're on to the boneless now. I'm guessing it's some sort of big slug. I've never heard of it, so.
Let's see here. The boneless. It is a space slug from England.
Wait, a space slug?
Space slug.
Space slug.
Yeah,
It's a space slug. I mean, I feel like that's all right. It's not really.
A slug like cryptid that captured the imagination of locals and cryptid enthusiasts alike when it was poorly sighted during a particularly eerie late night in the September 1950s. John Davies rode his motorcycle along a winding road. Blah blah blah. Don't care about the winding road. Far. I hate when they have to like give me this long story about how the scene looked. Just tell me he was riding his motorcycle.
Yeah. I was hoping that if this was going to be England and slugs, it was going to be the stories of, knights fighting giant snails, and instead it's a space slug, which I guess that's kind of interesting, but like it's kind of what I expect from space, like the bare minimum.
It's just a giant slug.
Yeah, it's just a
that's
giant
all I have
slug.
here. Just
All
a
right.
giant slug. Apparently it could fly.
Fly.
Well, fly is the wrong word. It moves like it would normally on like the ground, but it goes up in the air.
So they wouldn't love you if you were a worm. I guess not. It's a good thing I'm not a worm at this moment. Yeah, I don't have anything to say about that. That just sounds like, I don't know, that doesn't sound all that fascinating. I'm just putting an unknown tier. I don't know, for something called the boneless, like I was expecting.
The boneless.
Yeah, that
I was
sounds,
expecting something more. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. When you have something called the and then the boneless, it sounds like, it sounds like something from Darksiders or like something from, I don't know, like Super Robot Monkey Team Hyperforce Go.
Yeah,
don't
there's
know.
nothing special about this.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, he was riding his motorcycle. He nearly crashed. He saw a slug that was a large, giant slug. I went, okay.
The boneless pizza. The boneless pizza.
The boneless. Listen, I like my pizza the way I like my wings. Boneless.
Boneless. All right. Next, we got the tatzelworm. I know about the tatzelworm. I think I'm going to put it in B tier because I'm familiar with it, but it's compared to some of the other sort of worms. And when we say worm, we're going by sort of the old, worm as in WURM or W.
Yep.
Or YRM, worm as in dragon, more serpentine dragon. And the tatzelworm is kind of like a cat mixed with actually, I'm probably going to put it in C tier. The tatzelworm is just kind of, as far as I remember, it's like a cat, but it's got like a dragon body. It's like a little dragon cat. It's a neat mascot character, but
yeah.
Yeah,
Nothing
tatzelworms.
that impressive.
Yeah, and also
The next one's a Japanese cryptid.
and is probably like the most famous Japanese cryptid, if I'm being honest, because it's an actual cryptid and not a. Well, is the Tsuchinoko a cryptid or a yokai? I know it's a cryptid, but
It is also a yokai, but it is in the cryptid cryptozoology book.
as far as I know, the Tsuchinoko is the most interesting thing about it is that it's a fat snake. Like, compared to other yokai and even Japanese cryptid, I mean, we were talking about the Hokkaido wolf, and the Hokkaido wolf's interesting, but like, Tsuchinoko, I don't hate the Tsuchinoko, but it's kind of just very plain Jane to me, like, it sounds like it's so, like, it doesn't even sound like so far-fetched. It's a very fat snake, It's a silly fat snake, and it's a cute mascot character, but, wait, is there Tsuchinoko? I mean, there's snake VTubers. Has there been a Tsuchinoko VTuber? There must be at least one.
Let me. I'm gonna search the internet really fast. Grokathy, tell me. Grokathy, tell me.
Grokathy. I like the Tsuchinoko, but it doesn't inspire like a grand mystery tale, like not you tale. But like also there's the next one I've never heard of. While we're waiting for you to pull up some stuff on it, but the growing crested cobra sounds super cool. Like way cooler than the like it looks like it's a mix between a cobra and or it's like a cobra with a a rooster's what do they call it, crest. Maybe it makes rooster rooster and snake. Isn't that a cockatrice though? Sounds like a cockatrice.
Yeah, growing crested cobra. It's a blanket term used for crested noise-making venomous snakes.
There's not even any cool. There's nothing else. That's it. That's it.
Apparently, it's a bunch of other snakes can make bird noises.
Oh, that's lame. I was
and
expecting
it's how
something way cooler.
So was I. I'm not going to lie.
I guess I'm putting it in D tier. Like the image made it sound like the image that they used in the name makes it. This is
now there's a famous one known as Boo Boo that was 12 feet tall or 12 feet long.
Okay, wait. Okay, wait. Well, I guess I'm not going to put Boo Boo. It's not Boo Boo, but that okay. I do want to know more about Boo Boo. Sounds like a yoga pose. It does sound like a yoga pose. The next one we have is the flying snake. I'm going to put it in D because I already know flying snakes exist. Yeah. They're an actual real species. There's not really even they're not even, I don't know how they're cryptids. Flying snakes are a real thing. I mean, you guess they're less flying and more gliding, but like.
Okay, there is a or there might still be one, but there was one named Yumi Tsuchinoko.
Ooh.
She was an English independent VTuber in October 2022.
Fun.
Let's see if
all right, we were talking about Tsuchinoko VTubers. There was one. Okay.
When was her last live? Her last live was 3 days ago. She's still active.
Oh, nice. Who knows? Maybe one day either of us will collab with her, but probably not. Well, you never know. All right, let's see. There's a movie about.
That's.
Yeah.
Giant
also,
Congo snake is real.
Yeah, this is giant Congo snake is so boring. Like, especially because I think this next one is from Mokola Mbembe. Is also from the Congo, if I remember, and is way more interesting than the Congo snake because it's implied to either be a plesiosaur or a sauropod. And I like that. I'm putting him in S tier because I like Mokola Mbembe. He's really cool.
You're absolutely right about that. So,
Yeah, that's cool because again, it factors into like the Congo is it's one of those areas. Same with like Appalachia. Same with like certain areas where the Congo is super dense. Like there's a whole bunch of different creatures there. And so there's a whole bunch of different mystery. Mokola Mbembe is really cool. Dinosaur plus 100 points. Yeah, exactly. Listen, you're talking to two dinosaur lovers growing up.
Exactly.
So obviously we're going to put them in there. The Lake Tanganyika monster. Completely new to me.
This is an African monster, if I remember correctly.
I guess that would be. It does sound. I was thinking of either South America or Africa.
Tanzania.
Tanzania.
Tanzania, and yep, I was right.
I'm familiar
African.
with this one. I'm not. Yeah, okay. This next one's probably African. Mbeluntu. This is one I'm not familiar with. Mbeluntu.
Let me check. Mbeluntu. Stop trying to fix my spelling. Windows.
Is that Swahili? Is Mbeluntu Swahili? No, it's probably another, because there's so many different dialects from Africa.
No, that's not right. Let me see here.
It must be. I wonder if this one's related to Mokola Mbembe.
It's a neo-dinosaurian cryptid from Zambian. So.
Oh, Zambia. Okay, interesting.
It's Mozambique.
Mozambique. Okay. I'm putting. Even though he's unknown, another dinosaur. I'm gonna put him in S tier just because he looks cool. I like that. Champ. I know about Champ. I know about Champ. Lake Champlain monster. Champ is very interesting because there has been. I think there's been even more photos of Champ than there has been of any monster. Yep. And I'm not gonna lie, my African geography is very lacking. interestingly enough, I think Africa was one of my best when I took geography. Africa was the one I remember the most, primarily, which is ironic because for the longest time I didn't think South Africa was a country. I thought it was a region, despite having a map of the Earth in my room at the time. I don't know how that happened, especially, you know, primarily I also remember Africa because of Djibouti and also because I watched a lot of Animal Planet. So you saw a lot of, you know, Kenya and the Serengeti and Mount Kilimanjaro. Like if you watched Animal Planet, you knew all about, or at least knew, you were exposed to Africa and Australia and a bunch of other places, you know, exposed to a bunch of different places across the world, where there's a lot of really interesting creatures. But Champ is interesting because I think he's is he Canadian American? No, I think he's Canadian because he's Lake Champlain. He's either basically the North American version of Nessie, the actual one that has the most lore to him. I'm putting Champ in S tier. Champ is very fascinating and also kind of hits close to home. So there's a bit of bias there. There's a bit of bias, even though he's not from Gorslab, but it's North American, so you know.
Yep. The next one is
Ogopogo.
Ogopogo. Now, you'll never guess where this one's in.
See, I know about Ogopogo, but I can't remember where he's from. Okay. I can't remember where he's from right now at the moment. Isn't he from South Africa? Or not South Africa, South America?
Nope.
Wait, is
he Canada.
He is Canada. He's another Canadian. Okay. He's another Canadian. He's wait. What if, just like the year end, this is another Canadian VTuber in the mix, waiting. The Ogopogo VTuber, part of Phase Connect.
Ogopogo.
I mean, think about it. It could happen. It could happen.
I haven't seen too many monster VTubers from Phase Connect. They've stuck with animals and stars and.
I mean, Dizzy's kind of she's a sea angel and sort of a sea parasite. So she's kind of monstrous, and she has a monster girl form, which is her best outfit.
I think the closest we've gotten so far has been the siren and the vampire.
Yeah, fair enough. So Ogopogo, I don't remember Ogopogo too well. I just remember his name.
Ogopogo is a more documented version of the Loch Ness Monster in the lake of. Okay, I'm gonna mispronounce this. Lake Okanagan.
Okanagan. Almost sounds Egyptian.
Okanagan. You know, I wish Canada would just name everything to something English or French instead of letting everything stay with the original tribe.
I don't know. I kind of like it because for every Quebec we get Ottawa, and I think some of those names are pretty funny. But I guess they're harder to pronounce. But then we got Manapogo, which I'm guessing is from or maybe
my favorite movie when I was 6 years old was Wayne's World. Okay, and I would say Milwaukee all the time. Milwaukee. Yeah. And I was eventually told, stop saying that, you sound like an asshole.
Wait, what? For saying Milwaukee?
Milwaukee.
That's crazy. So what about, is Manapogo just Timu? Is that just Timu Ogopogo?
Yeah, essentially, it's.
I'm gonna put him in D tier just because he just sounds like not as interesting. I think Champ is the most interesting of the Canadian ones, in my opinion. Even though Ogopogo has a funny name.
Raystown Ray, I believe that's another North American one.
I'm not familiar with Raystown Ray, or Caddy, or Kusi, the Kusi. Or Bessie.
Kusi, I believe, is Wisconsin. I have to double check.
Bessie, and then
Raystown Ray.
What is all of these? We've got a whole bunch of Loch Ness monsters after this. We've got. Okay, so I'm not familiar with Caddy. I'm not familiar with Kessie or Kusi. I'm not familiar with Bessie.
I'm just moving them all down.
Yeah.
All of the Loch Ness variants never have any decent lore to them.
Yeah, this one is interesting because it looks like this is either Swedish or Norwegian, or at least Scandinavian. Lagarflock worm, the Lagarflock worm. Not familiar with this one. This one is new to me, but from the spelling, it's definitely Scandinavian for sure.
Yeah, I can't even type that. So. Lagar fly.
The Agarthan worm. Ooh, that does sound cool. That sounds cool. The worm who guards. Actually, looking at the picture, as far as I can tell, it looks like a bunch of entrails, like someone's intestines, big intestines. So maybe we're doing what is it like those blob creatures?
It's a lake monster that may be a serpent or dragon.
Okay, not all that.
First sighting is 1345. Jesus.
That's okay. We're going way back. We're busting out the fossil
last
record. Well, not the fossil record yet, but
1749.
interesting. Also, there is one thing on here we haven't gotten to yet called mud mermaids. That sounds like a slur. Mud mermaid sounds like a slur. Does it not? Does it not sound like a slur?
Which one? Where is it?
It's beneath Dobhar Chu. It's in the next row. It is mud mermaids. That sounds like a slur of some kind.
Or a Dojin.
Oh my gosh, you're right.
Sounds like a Dojin name to me.
Oh my gosh, you're right. It does sound like a Dojin name. Oh, Ghibli. I don't want to think about that. Oh, okay. Next, we got a bunch of Loch Ness monsters. I feel like are these just iterations on a very dirty side? Are you saying that? Are you saying that Sinon, the size of Siren, is a mud? No.
First of all, our say-so siren would never let you play in the mud, okay?
Yeah. Without
all
her.
right.
I mean,
she has strictly stated she loves cream pies. They are delicious, apparently.
She's talking about the oatmeal ones, right? Like the oatmeal cream. You know,
I assume so.
I hope so.
She was saying how her senpais gave her cream pies.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming it was the tasty cakes.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Next, we've got the George. We've got a whole bunch of. I feel like these are just illustrations of the same Loch Ness monster.
It's all just the same thing.
I'm aware of that slur.
Let's go down to the Dingo deck because I don't like these. These are all just Loch Ness monster.
Oh,
subderivatives.
Yep,
including Sinkhole Sam.
Sinkhole Sam.
It's
is
a Loch Ness monster that creates sinkholes.
That sounds kind of cool, though. I'm not gonna lie. River Thames monster. I've seen the River Thames. It's not impressive. You aren't fitting anything in there.
Dabar Chu is just. Yeah. Wait, Palrika. That's not a this monster derivative. What are you? Palrayu.
Give me 1 second here. Oh, I gotta grab something thrown off the top of my throne.
There you go. I don't have anything on the Palrayu because I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I don't know either. It looks sort of like a catfish of some side. Let me see here. Next we got the Palrock. Or I guess you went over that, didn't you?
Yeah. Yep, I have no information on that, so I have no.
Yeah, we're getting into some ones that I'm not even sure. Yeah, we're getting
Lake Monster.
Flathead Lake Monster.
That is just a hippo.
Let's see, a hippo. Oh, okay. Yeah, hold on. We're dealing with a. Yo, Gravechan, welcome. Flathead Lake Monster. That does just kind of look like a hippo. Tahoe Tessie just. That doesn't seem like a cryptid, and more like maybe a grocery store mascot. So Flathead Lake Monster.
Flathead Lake Monster is a lake monster in Montana. It's been there since the Native American lore. It's just a freaking hippo.
Yeah, it does look like it. It just looks like a very feminine hippo for some reason. Hippo with a smooth render, yeah. Like a very nice looking hippo. Next we got the Beast of Busco.
Beast of Busco. This one I have some information on.
Moto got watched. I was thinking it does look like Gloria from Madagascar, the Flathead Lake Monster. It really does.
So the Beast of Busco is a giant snapping turtle located in Indiana.
You know,
that's here.
You know, that I should think that's kind of lame. At the same time, I don't know, a giant snapping turtle sounds really cool. I'm putting him in B tier just because I like the idea of a giant snapping turtle. Because like snapping turtles, alligator snapping turtles
really injured someone and took their fingers.
How big was it? It was giant, right? So we're talking bigger than alligator snapping turtle.
It's about the size of a large dog apparently. So it's about 4 feet tall.
Okay, so we're talking a mastiff sized turtle, like okay. I'm putting him in B. I know there's no lore, but just because I think alligator snapping turtles are really, really cool. Like they're probably the coolest
turtles. The funny part is it ran away after it took the person's hand.
It ran away.
And they never found it.
Okay. I kind of like that. Next we got Lao. I'm guessing this is probably Chinese or East Asian.
Let's see here. LAU. I don't think I have anything on this one.
I mean, here's the thing though. Giant catfish that can swallow people, that's not, I mean, just watch River Monsters. That is not a cryptid, you know? Heck, they're giant.
Regular.
Yeah, there's giant catfish in England, if I remember correctly. Like those illustrations of giant catfish in England. There's some big catfish in England. There's big catfish in the US. There's the biggest catfish in South America where they'll die swallowing whole people. They're big. They're, but I haven't heard of
they can grow huge.
So I'm not. Yeah, I had one and he kept climbing a 15 fence. Turtles are fast. I mean, they can be fast. It depends on the turtle. I guess. I mean, turtles and tortoises are different. So, but this one is definitely Japanese. It's Takataro. Hi Rocky.
Takitaro, giant fish in the Yamagata prefecture. So yeah, Japanese.
Not familiar with it, but I know there's big. I mean, there's giant salamanders, like huge salamanders in Japan. So, Sinkhole Sam, you said is just a Loch Ness monster.
I believe so.
Okay.
Let me see if I have anything on it. Sinkhole Sam.
Sinkhole Sam does sound pretty cool though. He sounds like a Banjo-Kazooie character.
Yeah, he's just another Loch Ness monster derivative.
Okay, next we got the Bear Lake Monster. Bear Lake Monster isn't real. There was a confirmed hoax that someone made it up. Serious Sam's cousin, Sinkhole Sam. Yeah, the Bear Lake Monster was never real, unfortunately. There wasn't even any. Bear Lake is cool, but the Bear Lake Monster was just a bunch of hype, unfortunately. There's not even like any, as far as I know, there's not really anything more interesting. Like, it was confirmed someone made it up. Next, we got the Dingo Deck. I've never heard of the Dingo Deck.
The Dingo Deck is so this comes from European explorers in the late 19th century.
Oh. Okay. So not that jungles far back.
From the jungles of West Africa. It's an unknown creature that they saw that walked on 4 legs like a tiger with long prehensile teeth in the front.
Dingo Deck ain't my baby.
Horn and had scales.
That sounds entirely plausible. That sounds entirely like something real. Like not like too outrageous. I mean, granted, some of these could probably be real, but some of them feel more plausible than others. But I'm not familiar with the Dingo Deck. The Dingo Deck. Next we got the Mahamba. This just seems like a big crocodile, and I like crocodiles, but
it is just a big crocodile.
But listen, I love crocodiles, but I'm gonna put them in D because if it's a big crocodile, we all know those exist. I mean, there's prehistoric crocodiles that were bigger than dinosaurs, and there's like saltwater crocodiles. Like having an abnormally. I mean, Gustav existed. Who, for all we know, he's probably still around. Given that crocodiles, maybe he died. I think what probably killed Gustav was getting too big and getting too unable to move, probably, and not being able to catch anything. But who knows? You know about Gustav, right? The crocodile.
Yeah.
He's
this next one is kind of terrifying if you ever swim in rivers.
Well, fun fact: I know that Jaws was inspired by a real story based on a bull shark in Mississippi. So, yeah.
So
Yeah.
here's another United States cryptid. This one in Arkansas, in White River, Arkansas, of course.
Ooh, Arkansas.
Arkansas. This is a large fish-like creature with teeth that go beyond its jaw. Like,
okay,
you know those those pictures of like
deep sea
fish.
Yeah, that's
with
exactly
the
what
jaw,
I'm thinking.
Yeah, that's exactly what it looks like.
Okay, I've never heard of this, but I'm liking what I'm hearing. That's very monstrous. I'm putting him in A tier just by that alone, because
there were several accounts of attacks in the 1915s.
Okay.
1915 to 1920. It continued on until 1971, and the last sighting of this creature, which was by a man who got a terrible chunk taken out of his arm in 1973. Jeez.
Goodness.
Yeah. So either this creature's been around for 60 years or it's had babies. So
that is nightmare fuel. That is like, granted, probably something that deep sea would be like, that's a deep sea adaptation, but like that, we've seen that with real creatures. And I mean, if you look up tigerfish, which are African, probably one of the scariest looking fish ever, they have exterior teeth, and like they've got very sharp teeth that are sort of like a jaw. Like it doesn't sound implausible. I mean, granted, a lot.
This is not implausible.
I like that.
But also,
yeah, the Brosno dragon is one that I am not familiar with in the slightest.
The word dragon immediately pulls up 17 different files.
Yep, I imagine so. It's dragons after all. So
is there a Brosno dragon? It's my Russian file.
Russian.
It's a Russian lake monster. Okay.
I mean, that's at least interesting, because I mean, how many lakes does Russia have? Russia's huge. So
there. Many people believe the existence of effectively it may be a mutant beaver or giant pike of 100 to 150 years old. Mutant beaver, Jesus.
Mutant beaver.
Why would you call it a dragon?
Yeah, why would you call it mutant beaver? The Balkai seals are in lake. Wait, there's lake seals? I know Swery in my chat is a big seal person. I didn't know there was lake seals. Well, actually, no, wait. I think I did, because I think there are some seals that live in the Great Lakes, that migrate to the Great Lakes. I thought so. Lake Bacile is huge. Interesting. Absolutely huge. Okay. It must be that big, and maybe it doesn't show up on a map because Russia's already that big. So next we got Augie.
There are. Okay.
Oh no! Go ahead. No. Go ahead.
Oh, what happened? I lost my cryptid. Okay, good. I was gonna say so what's funny about this is apparently the lake that it is in is full of fractures that have volcano vents.
Ooh. I mean, granted, there's a bunch of weird stuff in Russia. Russia, I feel like the wildlands of Russia don't get talked about enough because it's so big. But I remember watching huge. Something, and there's like spears in Russia that are radioactive. And there's also been like a bunch of, whenever meteors manage to hit, a lot of them mostly hit in Russia, which makes sense because it's the biggest landmass.
Yeah, I'm just surprised it don't hit America more often. Hey, Bookmage, how you doing?
Russian tundra feels like the perfect place for cryptids. It really does, especially like, I would think that, we've gotten a lot of like big hairy Sasquatches. I don't think I've ever heard of a Russian Sasquatch, and that feels like they would definitely fit in there.
It would. So Augie, if I remember correctly, is it's New York's Loch Ness monster. Yeah, it is.
What part of New York? Not the city, right?
Syracuse.
Okay, Syracuse. Okay. Reggie Ice lives in the Russian tundra. Trust me, I believe it. I would believe it.
Oh, excuse me. It's a salamander-like creature. It goes
salamander.
Up on. Yep.
I vaguely remember Augie,
the noise outside. People are apparently home from with their motorcycles.
we've got mud mermaids, and this is the one that sounds like a dojin and or a slur.
All right. So first, let's mud mermaids. Let's see what we got here.
Mermaids.
Oh god, the word mermaids alone just pulls up everything.
Yeah, I bet it does. I bet it does. That sounds exactly. Okay. Mermaids have always been a big cryptid thing, so.
It's here. It's Ohio.
Ohio? That is both surprising and not surprising at the same time.
Okay. Yes, and no. It's so the mud mermaids are a cryptid living. It's a cryptid that's amphibious. It's a reptilian humanoid creature. It was last seen in Indiana in 1891.
Going back to Indiana.
Indiana. It's in the Ohio River in Indiana. So there you go.
Oh, okay. It's just like how there's a place like we've got. I think there's a city in Kentucky, or is it Kentucky City that's in Missouri?
Something like that. But it's here. It's roughly 5 feet tall, yellowish skins, webbed hands, sharp claws, pointed ears, no hair. No hair?
No hair. Then how do we get
Oh man, I can't make out with a bald chick.
Yeah, no hair, no hair, not even mud hair. So yeah, we got the Thetis Lake monster.
I'm gonna go move her over to C because I can't.
I'm not familiar with the mud mermaid, but the Thetis Lake monster sounds vaguely familiar. It's one of those vaguely in France.
Thetis Lake monster. Let's see what we got.
I'm
tired of writing the word lake monster.
Yeah, there's so many lake monsters. We're getting a lot of.
Oh, wait, what? Why did it pull up Canadian Lizard Man? Oh, okay. So the Thetis Lake monster, also known as the Canadian Lizard Man.
I'm putting him in S just because he looks so Chad-like. Like this is a body that I would want to have. Like
he's a Canadian lizard man living Thetis Lake, Canada, wherever that is.
Yeah, it doesn't have like a BOGO name to it, so
he's got like the classic what's the word I'm looking for?
Creature Black Lagoon look?
Creature from the it has
Creature
that kind of feel to it.
Okay, I'm putting him in S just because he looks like a Chad, so you know.
Same. That's where he goes.
And then we've got the Oklahoma octopus. Oklahoma octopus. This one sounds vaguely familiar again, but
that does sound familiar. I don't think I have anything on this though.
Granted, you could just say that there's an Oklahoma octopus. I mean, how many aquariums are there in Oklahoma that probably have an octopus or two?
Probably, but I have no information on this at all. I haven't done anything there. So.
Yeah, freshwater octopus. I love octopi. I think octopi are cool. But in terms of cryptids, I mean, a freshwater octopus doesn't seem all that far-fetched. I mean, think about it. It's like there's sharks that are freshwater. Like there's the bull shark can travel into freshwater and terrorize people. I would not be surprised if there is a species of octopus that adapted the same way perhaps the bull shark did. It doesn't, like, octopi are cool, but it's not all that impressive as a cryptid.
It's very boring. This is another African one, the Umguza monster.
Umguza monster. This is unfamiliar to me, so.
Yeah, this is let's see here. Umguza monster from Zimbabwe in the Umguza River.
Ah, Zimbabwe.
Let's see here. It was reported by a butler at the Umgusa Yacht Club.
Okay, I have it on unknown, but that being said, wait, isn't Zimbabwe landlocked? Isn't it landlocked? Or is it coastal? I need to, I prided myself in my African geography.
Let me pull up a map. Where is Zimbabwe on the?
Zimbabwe. I thought Zimbabwe was landlocked, unless I'm thinking of another East African country.
It is landlocked.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it was landlocked. So wait, how is there a yacht club in? Okay, this gets more curiouser and curiouser. Like, there's a yacht club in Zimbabwe. How much of it? How many Zimbabwean dollars did it cost? Was this during the time of our Egypt? There's huge rivers up there.
Apparently,
there's huge rivers
they saw
there.
a glowing monster on a lake, followed by a number of crabs. The monster crawled out of the water onto the pier. What pier? I guess they're at a lake, so I guess that's where the pier is.
Yeah. Okay. I'm putting this on. I'm putting this up really high. Oh, the Zambezi River. That's right. But I didn't know you could fit yachts. I guess you could fit yachts on a lake. I've never owned a yacht, so
it's on the Nguza River. So that's what.
Okay, so we're talking big river.
So it's in a river. Apparently, there's crabs in the river. Good to know.
You know that is both surprising and not, but yeah. This is interesting. No, this we got some really interesting lore because apparently we learned that there was a Zimbabwean yacht club. They were on the lake. I think I put him on S tier. I don't remember where did I put him. I kind of put him in. I think I'm putting him in S tier just because of the mystery alone and the story alone.
What is this?
Yeah, like the story alone is fascinating. So there's a bunch of crabs. There's a yacht club. There's a butler who had glowing eyes. That sounds
and apparently
like
the monster glows.
The monster glows too. Okay, I should put him in. I've never heard of the Ngaza monster, but hearing the story, like, come on, this is cool. This is like what cryptid stories are about. Like, this is the cream of the crop. This is
one of those where nothing makes sense, and it only gets more interesting the longer you read it.
Exactly. Like, now I want to know about African river crabs because that I didn't know that there were. Whenever I think of river crustaceans, I think of crawfish. But that might be my American. That's cool. Next we got El Curo.
Ah, yes, leather.
Yeah, leather.
This is okay. Whoa, demonic being from Chilean and Mapuche folklore.
Okay, you've already sold me on demonic and in Chile, so we're talking maybe the Andes Mountains, maybe.
Argentina.
Oh, that's
is overwhelmingly
Argentina.
A creature. Yeah, although it's overwhelmingly rooted in Chilean tradition. It is considered a lake monster. The El Coro described as a living sentient hide, usually resembling
this is a
blade
different
skin of a
lake monster.
cow.
Okay, this is an entirely different lake monster altogether. Like, this isn't like a big sea serpent or plesiosaur or sauropod. This is something else.
It has many mouths in that flat hide-like body.
Okay, I'm already putting this
tentacle-like eyes.
I'm putting this in S tier just from the like description alone. That is sick.
It is said to be the physical embodiment of final desperate sorrow felt by animals in the moments before their death. Jeez.
Okay, that I'm sorry. Yeah, you're S tier. You're S tier. I've never heard of you. We're talking S tier monster as the representative monster here. Probably something from probably a creature from my realms. But yeah, that's cool. Next we got the bunyip. This is one I'm also familiar with. The bunyip is interesting because it goes back, as far as I know, to the various Aboriginal tribes, or at least one tribe that lived near the waters. And what's interesting about the bunyip is this is an area where crocodiles live. They would know what a crocodile is, but a bunyip is something different. As far as I know, it's not quite reptilian. It's more mammalian.
Okay. Interesting.
The bunyip is super interesting because, again, the Aborigines knew what certain animals were. They knew what. I mean, they had various spirits and stuff that were named after lizards and snakes. And I need to go back into my bunyip lore, but the bunyips are very, very interesting because they seem to be more mammalian, and they go back all the way to, I think, pre-colonial Australia. But these were real, I don't know, real, but like this was a creature. And to be fair, there was a time when like the Aborigines lived with, I don't know when certain animals in animals went extinct in Australia, because there was a bunch of, like, the largest monitor lizard, Megalania, was in Australia, and it was I think 2 times bigger than the Komodo dragon. And then you had the marsupial lion, which is the closest thing to an actual drop bear. I'm putting the bunyip in A, because bunyip is a fascinating one. Because again, this is the Aborigines, despite being more primitive, they would know what a crocodile is, and this was distinct from a crocodile as far as I know. And remember, keep in mind, crocodiles in Australia get really big. They get really big. They're salt waters.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah. Now the next one is the Karuizawa giant
this
lizard.
Is Japanese. This is probably Japanese.
It's Japanese. The picture is
Looks
terrible.
like a
The picture's
fish,
also it's drawn by the mother who saw the creature.
Not the child, not the mother of the child, but well.
Listen,
you know
man,
what? There's some charm. You know what? I was gonna make fun of it, but there's some charm to that. There's some charm to that. I like. I don't know anything about this. It looks more like a fit. Like it doesn't look like a lizard. It looks more like akin to a salmon.
Excuse me. So the well, here's the thing: is according to the report, the wealthy family, of course, it's a wealthy family. Were visiting their vacation home in Karuizawa when one night they saw a strange creature. It was a reptile-like creature over 2 meters long, with only 2 legs, covered with fish-like scales all over its body and spines on its back.
Ooh.
All right, the family, mother, daughter, mother, father, son, daughter. So, and out of all of them, only the son didn't see this. They believe the creature to be extraterrestrial in origin. As many UFOs have been seen in the area.
Really? I bet this one is going to show up in Dawn to Dawn.
Probably.
And I hope it shows up with this image. Yeah, you know what? I know the manga is a bit further ahead. Next, we got the devil pig. I feel like I should hand this over to you. Because, I mean, I know hell pigs is a prehistoric one.
I'm pretty sure that's a prehistoric creature, like an actual one.
Yeah, the hell pig, the entelodont, if I remember. The hell pig, pretty scary animals. This one just looks like a very nasty tapir. Not even like the entelodont, the hell pig.
Yeah, it just looks like a really mean tapir.
I'm going D.
It's from Papua New Guinea.
So wouldn't that be a peccary? That okay, but you've already got. It's not that I don't. I guess I'm trying to be sensitive because I have a pig man here, but listen, there are way cooler boars. There's way cooler demonic-looking pigs, even in prehistory. Like
this one's,
and it looks like a tapir, which it's not even really a pig-ish, or I guess it is. But...
Yeah, it's kind of boring. 1, 2. It was originally seen in 1846. By various zoologists who could not capture the creature as it kept busting out of its cage. It was too large, too strong.
Okay, this is sounding... Okay, you know what? Maybe I might move it further up D tier, because that's actually kind of terrifying. Unless they were using really bad cages.
The government secretary of British New Guinea gave out various details to hunt the quadruped.
Okay, so we're dealing with the quadruped.
And people could not find it afterwards. All right, weird.
It's weird. You know, I'll put it up into C tier just from that, but like,
yeah,
there's not really much else to it. Next is the water lion. We got a bunch of big cats after this.
Water lion?
Water lion. I know of the underwater panther.
I don't think I have anything for this one here. Water lion.
I don't know the water lion. I'm gonna be honest, like some of these, the rest of these are probably big cats, and I don't dislike big cats, but they don't seem as interesting to me as others. Okay, we're dealing with an actual jungle walrus. Okay, you have my attention.
There we go. It's Central Africa creature living in rivers, through a lot of Central Africa. Jesus. They're semi-aquatic, hairy animals with large tusks and fangs. They kill but do not eat hippopotamuses because they're as big as them.
Okay, this just went all the way up to B tier.
Yeah.
Because
The
anything
most famous-
that can threaten a hippo is like next level.
it
like-
kills them and then it plays with the corpse.
Okay, I'm putting them on D tier because anything that can fight a hippo, because like I put hippo as kind of like the high level of like danger, you know. Anything that can like fight one-on-one to it already sounds like a hippo, to be fair, because hippos have big old tusks. So
Oh yeah,
sounds like we're
Oh, yeah.
dealing with
So
a
it's 12 feet tall. Jesus.
holy crap. This one I'm not sure I want to be real because hippos are already real and quite terrifying.
Hippos are terrifying enough. I do not need this in my life. I don't need this in my life.
Yeah, I don't know. The water lion, like real lions, have to. An entire pride of lions can have trouble taking down an adult hippo. This a 12-foot tall. So wait, how big do elephants get? Like, don't they only get like 10 feet tall?
I don't know.
All right, next we got Tigre Dantero. Never heard of this.
Tigre Antero. I don't know this one.
See, the big cats to me aren't all that super interesting because there's been big cats there's big cats just about everywhere, you know?
Yeah, I don't have anything on this one.
And I don't have anything on the Pamayawa.
Pamayawa.
See, this one sounds like if it's a tiger Dantero. I'm guessing that it's probably going to be like a South American, like, big cat. Which, given that there's so many big cats in South America, including cougars and not leopards. Leopards are African. They're old world big cats. Jaguars. A tiger like one isn't all that surprising. I don't know about the Pamayawa.
I got nothing on it.
Yeah, next is the water tiger.
That one I don't have. That one I don't have anything on either.
It looks just like it just looks like a saber-toothed, tiger that maybe is aquatic. But I mean, certain big cats are already kind of aquatic. So, and then we got Entez Yao. This is probably another. This might be African, but again, Africa also has quite a few big cats. So, to me, the ones that are going to be really interesting, I'm going to get down to the phantom big cats.
Yeah.
And I don't know about the cat of many colors.
Of many colors, yeah.
But like the ones that most interest me when it comes to big cats, because when it comes to big cats that like imagining, big cats in Africa or, South America, there's already plenty. There's no big cats there was in Europe for a time, but not in the British Isles, where I think most phantom big cats are, and they look different. And honestly, a big cat living in, the bogs of Europe or in like the Scottish Highlands, it does not surprise me. I mean, there's plenty of sheep and cows in that area to sustain a big cat. And plus, we already have, panthers and cougars that live in the phantom big cats. I'm going to put in A because they are so fascinating. Because I 100% believe that there could be, putting them higher up. What about you?
Wait, for which one? The
phantom cat. The cat of many colors is unknown to me.
Oh, the phantom. Which one was the phantom cat? That's the phantom big cat.
Yeah, those are the ones of big cats being sighted in Europe, and and I think the beast in Bodenmoor is interesting.
That's a good C. That's a good C. The cat of many colors is interesting though.
Tell me, because I don't know this one.
So the cat of many colors is a Tennessee multicolored cat, in Jackson County in 1996. It was described as a large cheetah-shaped feline with golden brown body.
For a second, I thought you said Cheeto.
Blood red. No, cheetah. With blood red head and paws and a red stripe running down its back. According to
that sounds really cool,
reports, the creature was shot by hunters who, fearing imprisonment, skinned the carcass and hid the pelt in a basement. The photograph of the cat allegedly taken and later sold to an unknown biology student, though its current whereabouts are unknown. Shoker noted that while the description resemble a jaguar, neither species fits the unique description, suggesting the red hues may have may have been caused by dried blood.
Oh, this could be a mute. This could be a weird mutant. I'm okay. I'm putting that in a B tier. I like that's an interesting story. But they sold it to a biology student, not even a professor. Interesting.
It happens. Okay, and then I think I'm kind of done with cats.
I'm. It's not. I don't. There are some interesting big cats. They're just not as interesting as some of the other things on there. I'm going to be honest. We're seeing a bunch of like. If we go down further, I'm seeing a bunch of
repeat things.
Well, not even just repeats. We're seeing parrots and birds. And to be honest,
I think we're pretty much done with this.
Yeah. Because like, it's not that these parrots aren't interesting, but they're not as. Yeah. I'm just looking to see if there's any other particular interest. A water elephant. Don't elephants already go in the water?
They do. Cactus cat? I think it's cactus.
Oh, I've heard of cactus cat. But I don't remember. Anything about it. Big bird. Okay, we got to go to one of my fan favorites, and that is the Snallygaster.
Where is it?
It's right next to the Cumberland dragon, which I vaguely think I've heard of, and the giant Canadian spider bat, which also next to the Van Meter visitor, which I've never heard of, but it looks like it's a pterosaur that can fire lasers from its head, which is cool. Oh my gosh, Oh, sorry, but it looks like we're also getting into fearsome critters because we got the squonk, we got the cactus cat, the hoogag, the hodag, the hide behind, the dingbat, the jackalope, the wolper tiger, and the most.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, we got. You know what? Furbank trout. I'm putting in the lowest tier. Furbank trout is the most boring cryptid. I'm sorry. There's nothing. Like, I don't even think the jackalope is all that interesting compared, but like,
I found your shark octopus thing in this list.
What is it called?
Called the Luska.
The Luska, yes, it is the Luska. The Luska is really interesting. The Luska is the sharktopus. What's interesting is that I wonder if it's like a thing where, it's called an octopus shark, but it doesn't look like both. Like, because a bull shark is named a bull shark. I'm wondering if this is sort of a similar thing where it's a type of shark that sort of acts like an octopus, maybe, and rather than like, the Luska is really interesting because as far as I know, it's in the Bahamas and it comes from blue holes. And blue holes are basically just big, deep sinkholes with multiple caverns that are sort of inland, but I think can also lead into the ocean. Luska's really high. I'm putting Luska in S tier. Oops, I almost thought we lost it. But the Snallygaster, I'm trying to remember the lore of the Snallygaster off the top of my head. So the Snallygaster is interesting because it's a sort of dragon, but it's got a singular eye, and it's got a beak like an eagle, and then it has a bunch of squid tentacles coming out. It is such a cool creature, and I think Theodore Roosevelt was tasked with hunting one at one point. So Snallygaster is going to S tier because it is like peak cryptid, and I saw what
if I remember correctly, he actually hunted it for multiple months while being president.
Yeah. And Theodore Roosevelt.
Eventually, it collapsed of fatigue. It collapsed of fatigue in the sky, crashed into someone's moonshine operation.
I hoped it exploded.
I don't know if it exploded. I believe it. I believe it caught fire, but I remember this. I had to do a whole thing on it. It's not Virginia. It might be Maryland or maybe. What the heck is
also
South?
if you go to the bottom of this list? Sorry to cut you off, but there's something called whatever this thing is.
What do you mean? Whatever? I can't see.
Go all the way down to the tier list near the save or download. You'll find something called the Argentinian gnome. The Argentinian gnome. I found dissing, guys. The Argentinian gnome. I found dissing. Dissing is the Argentinian gnome. I know he's real.
There
I
he
know
is.
he's real. There he
He's
is,
right
the
there.
Argentina gnome. But then next to that, we got whatever this thing is. That should be a VTuber. That should be a VTuber.
I think that's is that better or worse than the Apollo? Is that 6 or 8 space squid?
Ooh, the space squid. I don't know. I know about the atmospheric beast. The passenger pigeon is a. I thought I guess it's if they're still alive. You've been gnomed. Also, let's take a look because there's some seals in here, and I know Sweary's a big seal person. We've got we have mermaids. Panama creature. Never heard of the Panama creature. Sorry, we're getting close to we're close to getting done, but I guess we're looking at a bunch of notable mentions because some of these, I guess, are sort of cryptids in the sense that they're less folklore legendary and more like extinct creatures.
Yeah, like the Caspian tiger.
Like the Caspian tiger or all these parrots, which look cool but like aren't really what interests me. I mean, a bioluminescent spider or a flashlight frog or a glowing mudskipper, I mean, they glow, that's interesting. They probably work for the feds, but not really, my thing. But we got the stellar sea ape. We got the long-necked seal. Okay, Sweary. What do you know of the long-necked seal? Because I don't know anything.
I don't know anything about the long-necked seal.
I don't know anything about it, but it doesn't sound that far-fetched.
Chat, you know anything?
We got Crabzilla. Tree octopus sounds kind of fun. Drop bear, probably Australia's greatest joke. Absolutely nothing, but most seals have they do have long necks. That's true because they can stretch them out. They have a weird thing. They can be compressed. We got the pygmy plesiosaur. We've got a long neck. The sea monk is interesting. The sea monk is a very interesting creature. Leopard seals are actually kind of terrifying. Learning about them, they're actually kind of scary. Let's see. What else up here is of note? Gambo, strong sea monster. I think some of these are like confirmed globulus. The black demon. I think there was a movie about that. Isn't that like a Mexican, like the Mexican equivalent of a megalodon?
Let me check really fast.
The ivory-billed woodpecker is basically a cryptid with how many bird watchers keep claiming the same one, but it always being a fluke. They've been extinct since the 1910s. Interesting. Well, you never know. You never know. We've got Antarctic Godzilla? Antarctic Godzilla!
The black demon, yeah.
Sorry, go ahead about the black demon, then I'll go on Antarctic Godzilla.
California.
Oh.
No, Mexico. Both? Mexico and California? Whatever.
Okay.
It's a fish, man. It swims.
Yeah, okay. I thought it would be a cool, like, because I thought there was a movie called Black Demon with a megalodon that was released on an oil rig and surrounded by oil.
It's all black, shark pigmentation, colossal scale, cool. 60 feet. Jesus.
Okay, that's actually kind of terrifying. That's actually cooler than a regular megalodon. I'm not gonna lie. An all-black shark, 60 feet long. That's pretty high.
Territory is the deep waters off of Mexico's Baja California Peninsula. So
Baja blasted.
Yes, listen, man. You miss all the Bajas. You don't blast.
Yeah. And next we have Antarctic Godzilla. I'm sorry, Antarctic Godzilla. I don't care whether or not this one is real. It's going in S tier because it's Godzilla. I gotta pay rep to Antarctic Godzilla is top of S tier. I'm sorry. I think
I am done with the tier list because it is
quite late.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah, but this was awesome. I mean, I might look into some of these other creatures later on. I mean, there's been some. We've had some duds. But we've also had.
Oh yeah.
We've also had some really interesting ones. Ones I always love, even though I fancy myself someone who is knowledgeable about these things, I always love learning about stuff, even on stream, where I might make at risk of looking like a fool, but it's okay to be a fool sometimes.
Like I said, I do these things. I do these things on my in my free time for 10 years. I've been going around just talking about cryptids, and I always love going to a new area and learning about their cryptids and what have you in the area. It's always fun.
Yeah, it is. You learn more about the place.
Especially like
you end up in like middle of nowhere kind of places.
Yeah,
Like, this is cool.
always the most
And
fun
it's always
places
fun.
too. Also,
Always-
I guess we. Oh, go ahead.
Always salt the earth style people. So
Exactly. I guess if we want to leave it off, we can talk about the bloop and how disappointing that is.
I'm sorry, you cut off me there.
The bloop. How it turned out to just be an iceberg.
Oh yeah, that was.
At least that's the official story. That's the official story. But I mean, if you actually listen close, you can hear the ice cracking. So it's a bummer. But
Yep. Now, let me see if I can find.
why is giant sharks on here? That giant sharks already exist. Giant goblin shark is interesting. The cryptid iceberg. I mean, I think someone's already. There's probably plenty of cryptid icebergs out there. Maybe an iceberg cryptid even.
Yep. Let's see here. There is. You watched the Y-Files, right?
Yes, I've watched the Y-Files. I also watch Bob Gilman.
Okay.
Also really good. There's that one guy I told you about who analyzes Bigfoot footage, and Bigfoot pictures, and talks about them, puts them through Photoshop, and seeing like if there's any edits. I think he's a smaller channel too, but he's really fun. I haven't watched him in a while.
Yeah,
See if he's
that's where I love watching one of those whenever a new one comes out. Then so
Yeah,
it's always kind of fun. The
maybe I'll do a
Actually-
react video on some of them. It'll be fun.
absolutely like that's part of what I'm going to be doing when I reincarnate.
Well, I'll be
We're
sure
going
to
over some-
join, and my demongrels as well.
It'll be fun. I have
It'll be
no
fun.
clue. I have no clue when everything will be ready because
Well, I will wait
I
in
have-
anticipation. So
yeah, I've never had to live in 2 time zones at the same time, but now I am.
Oh,
It's
right. Well, I appreciate it, and I will let you go, Don, and we'll call it here. But thank you so
Yeah, we will call
much.
it- And listen. Do me one favor.
Mhm.
Before I graduate, before I get too busy and everything,
Mhm.
you need to call me so we can set up your alerts for your stream.
I know. We'll do that. I really need to do that, and I really need to get an actual like chat overlay, like actual custom one and stuff.
You don't even have the custom one really. If there's a few free ones you can customize on your own if you know a hex code.
I'll consider
colors.
it.
So
Okay, I
you
might
don't-
do that.
You don't have to even work that hard.
All right. Well, you know what? Fair enough. But yes, is there anything else you'd like to say before we call it, or?
Nope. Once again, I'm graduating on May 26th.
And I'll be sure to get there. I'll be sure to stop by and make sure.
May 26th. We'll be doing a court case for me, and there'll be some karaoke. There'll be some clip farming. There'll be some RPing. At the end of it all, will be clues as to where I'm going because much like Niana, I like being not subtle in where I'm going next.
Well, we'll have that to look forward to, but until next time, my demongrels. First off, make sure you go to that stream. But until next time,
Sopranos, if you can subscribe to the Monstrous, and if I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
all right. Until next time, my demongrels, fare thee well.